Everybody loves her. She is a little elf. It's the Kristen by herself show. Welcome to the Kristen by herself show. Normally, I have a really fun jingle that Unirob made, but I have a button specifically for it on my Stream Deck, and my Stream Deck is not with me right now because it's still in storage because I'm an idiot. Anyway, that's fine. Hi, welcome to the Kristen by herself show. The show where I am rarely by myself. In fact, I think I've never actually had a Kristen by herself show where I was by myself for more than, a second. Oh well. I am joined by my friends, so I'm just gonna kinda go down the list here. We've got an Anne.
Hi.
We've got, Scott is currently BRB'd. He'll be RB'd later. We've got a Queen Creeps.
Hello there, my name is Kristen, and welcome to the Kristen by herself.
No, you stop that this instant. I will stand for many things, but I will not stand for this chicanery, this thing where you pretend to be me.
Why should I, American Kristen?
I don't have the power to put you in double jail in this server. We've got a Dawn.
Dang, sounded a little defensive there.
I'm gonna destroy you both. And we've got a Brodingles.
I was gonna make an entire joke and then I realized that I probably shouldn't.
Don't. Anyway, we are doing... The Kristen by Herself show is usually a show where I make art and we just kind of talk. Sometimes I draw for the whole 3 hours, but I haven't drawn for a whole 3 hours since, my arms, went to the war in the year of our Lord 2019. So I might not draw for the whole 3 hours. I might eventually tap out and pass it to Brodingles. We will see how it goes. We might have a special guest. I don't know. I'm not gonna say who our special guest might be because I don't want this to be a situation where I'm like, I swear the cool guy's gonna come and make the party cool, guys, and then they don't show up. So
secret.
Just in case. But I will say we're in a different server from usual for secret reasons. Anyway, so since my arms sort of work, now seems like a really good time for me to work on a character. 'Cause, fun fact, so we're doing a new show now that Cannibal Conspiracy 2 is done with. So I guess I'm just gonna talk a bit about it. The short version is we're doing a space show. So, that'll be cool. And, I'm not quite sure how it's all gonna come together just yet. We're still finalizing a lot of things. But we worked on some characters today, and I like mine enough that I feel like I have no choice but to try to design her immediately. Which is great, because I definitely went into this thinking, well, I might bow out of this one. And then before I knew it, I had made a space pirate and convinced everyone to be in my space pirate crew. I didn't come in with that plan, that's just, okay, I came in with that plan a little bit. I cannot help but demand people be in my crew all the time. It's just sort of a thing I do. But, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway,
Captain Chan.
Her name isn't Captain Chan, that's not her name. I swear one day I'll make a character who's not anime. Okay, that's a lie. That's a lie. They'll always...
Is Ava anime?
Ava's not anime. Ava's probably the... I wouldn't describe Sybil as being anime either. Really.
Sybil's not very anime. She's okay, she's like a subgenre, but not something you would immediately associate.
She would probably fit well in Bakano, but for obvious reasons, she would fit well in Bakano.
I mean...
Bakano is set in the 1920s. Onyx says Sybil is an anime. She's got big. She does have like. She definitely has more of like a classical cartoon energy kind of vibe about her. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah. So this is my character. Her name. This fucking name. This fucking name.
Say.
Her name is Captain Jericho Nova, which is an incredibly cool name, and it's definitely her real name. Don't worry about. I'm aware that sounds very awesome, a cool name, but don't worry about it. That's her name. She's got a name, and that's really it. I swear. Not making.
I got a name, and it's a real name too.
It's a real one.
It's a real name.
Yeah, I have a name, and it's a real one too. It's
It's Jericho.
Someone got the reference.
Jericho.
It's Jericho Nova.
Captain
Jericho Nova.
Captain Jericho Nova. So Jerry, no.
okay,
But you
Jerry.
said for us to call you
All right,
Captain Jerry.
Nova, I'm sorry. Listen,
Aye,
Compass.
Jerry.
If you're gonna, just go with Jericho. It
Can I
sounds
shorten it
much
to
cooler.
Coco?
No, you know what? Jerry is better if you're going to shorten it. Yes, I suppose you can go with Jerry, but I would prefer Jericho. Thank you. It sounds much cooler.
Not to be confused with her arch nemesis, Lieutenant Archibald Nebula.
Alright, Jerry.
Archibald Archibald Nebula. Yes. So yeah, she's a space captain. She's also there are things I could say about her that I can't say currently. Because of the roof that I am under.
Oh, but boy, when you can, it's gonna be great.
Oh, can't wait.
She's
More secrets.
she's a charisma machine, like all of my characters are. She's also a disaster, like all of my characters are. I can't decide on a face shape. Like, this guy's very blocky, but I don't think I want her to be blocky. Let's just sort of see what ends up, I guess. If I don't like it, that's fine. I can always just start again, so. But yeah, so that's a whole thing. I have a tendency, I have a kind of a running theme. This hasn't come up in IR yet, but I really love me, like, a good charismatic sort of jerk who just sort of achieves things through sheer charisma and not much else. This is that character. So.
Just keeping to form, I've just realised in the server room I still have my name as Swashbuckler Ninja.
I wasn't gonna
fitting.
say anything, but it was like so thematically appropriate.
We're currently in our bad movie server, wherein we all have our names set to, like, things related to the stuff we've watched. Like, we've gone through many things, but, as we watched, God, what's the movie that had the murder, death, kill thing in it?
I can't remember.
Wasn't it Demolition Man?
Demolition Man, yeah, we watched Demolition Man, and they have this whole thing about murder, death, kills, and it's, well, of course, I would be murder, death, kill god. There's no other choice. And mine has not changed since, because, like, why would I change that?
Perfect.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
I love that two people have piratey names from the same movie, no less.
God. Oh yeah, they're both from the D&D movie.
From the D&D movie.
I need to watch that again, honestly.
Because, as we know, everything's better with pirates.
That's
Absolutely.
true. Back in ye olden days, the 2000s, there was this whole, like, pirates versus ninjas thing that was, like, a thing. I don't really know why. It was, like, started by the internet. It was a different time. I was very firmly on the pirates side, though, because I was, like, really into
It was
One
a meme
Piece.
that got way out of hand.
I was, like, so into One Piece.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah. So, I think I want to be a little bit more. No, I don't want her to be super, like, bosomed. I don't really
You have
like...
chosen the correct side.
Yes, exactly. So... So yeah, I'm harnessing my old energy. Actually, one of the first things I was ever... One of my first big internet things, I ran a forum for One Piece fans, like a really cool person.
Nice.
Because, you know, forums still existed because it was the 2000s. Everybody called me Captain. It was really fun.
Nice.
I didn't do this
Was it a
on...
pro board
Everyone just decided to start calling me Captain. I wasn't... I ran... I had a friend who started the thing. I was, like, kind of his... Like, we kind of knew each other from a different forum, and, like, he started it, and then I came on, and he made me a mod really early on. And, every, April Fool's Day, we'd do something really silly. But one April Fool's Day, we decided that I was going to stage a takeover, wherein I claimed to have taken down his throne, and now I am in charge! And we changed everyone's names to, like... I went by the name Digi back then, so everybody got named Digi something or other. And I made a silly banner, and I told everyone that everyone had to wear trench coats and scarves from now on. Both of them at the same time, because it's really cool, because it's the 2000s. And I was like, it'll be fun! But then everyone got too into it, and they were like, yeah! The other guy is worse! And I was like, wait, no! This is a joke! What are you doing? We'll follow you anywhere, leader! Wait! No! and that's how I accidentally almost started a riot. I had to go, no, wait, guys, I'm joking.
Oh, wait. Calm down.
Guys, wait.
I didn't mean to start a coup.
I didn't mean to start a coup.
I don't know, I think you did.
Hard as hell.
So I accidentally started a coup. I'm...
That is...
I do have a decent charisma score. It's how I achieve most things in my life. Everything else is like, I'm fine at it, but...
Didn't I do what our D&D stats would be, and you did in fact have a really high
Yeah,
charisma score.
like, I had, like... I remember mine was, like... It was, like, really high. Charisma score was really high. Con score was, of course, pathetic, because I'm medically frail.
I remember that I was OP, but my charisma score was my lowest.
Yeah. Okay, so... This is why I always say you need to use your charisma response. Yes, thank you, Tara. God.
Chat is saying, as enlightened as that there are multiple Titanic 2s.
I don't want to watch anymore. One was enough. One was enough.
I think that one was probably the least insane version Titanic 2.
There's the one that's like a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Ah!
There's a couple cartoon Titanic too.
So
They're all
bizarre.
terrible.
Just insane.
The one with the rapping dog.
Ah!
Party time! Party time!
Cool space music, I guess.
Coming to the space war.
Space time. You know, I don't need to, like, go crazy with this right now. I just need general shape.
You know this something I should know, and I'm here to tell you so. Don't sweat it. Forget it. Enjoy the show.
What? What?
The rapping dog song.
The rapping dog. I hate that I remember that.
What?
Why did you know that?
Yes, let's rap in Titanic 2, where the concept of rap has not been invented yet.
Yes.
No, if there's one thing I can forgive that whole scene for is that he's holding a jukebox and not like a stereo. But he's also wearing a cap and a friggin' tank top, so then it becomes unforgivable.
Let's see. This music makes this seem like it's gonna be much cooler than this actually is. You know what?
Oh, it's gonna be epic.
I'm not really feeling this actually.
He's got some nice hips.
She does have nice hips. I'm not sure if this is really like... I don't know if this is really the pose I want, but whatever. It's fine. We'll deal with that later.
You're doing design right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I'm looking at this like...
It's a static pose, but
It's fine. It is what it is. It's not like it has to be perfect right now.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing I'm least happy with is the arm. I don't know why. Oh, it's because he's turned and I didn't really have her turning. That's the issue.
okay, yeah, I was gonna point that out actually,
I was like,
because I was looking between the two, like something's off.
something's, yeah, he's turned and she is not. Yeah, that's the big issue. What's the issue, man?
What's
If
the issue,
some-
man?
If someone can send me an instrumental of that rap song from Titanic, I will gladly do a cover of the rap song from Titanic The Legend Goes On.
Why?
Because it's,
Why not?
all things considered, it is a pretty funny song.
I mean, out of context, yeah. And then you realize the context and you're like, oh my god.
No, there's an easier way to do this. I don't need to be doing this.
God. Oh, and then the thing before. If it hadn't have been for you, I would now be in someone else's digestion.
What?
Yeah.
I would now be in someone's digestion.
Digestion. Why is this not? I selected. Oh! I see. I was on the long layer.
Oh.
There we go. I'm just, you know what? I could get this prep better if I just go over it. Design is not as important.
As long as
Did you?
This is not worth it. Welcome to 1912 when rap is still popular and have saxophones. It's boggling my mind that this thing exists. Like, I know logically that it does. I understand that many... It's weird that we're on the subject of Titanic, because I was thinking about Titanic yesterday. And then I made the mistake of, like, I was like, I'm gonna read up on stuff about the Titanic, the film. And this was a mistake, because I was like, I'm gonna read the TV tropes page. I'll look at the tearjerker page. Oh god, I've made myself genuinely very upset. Oh no. Oh, wait. Okay, so...
Heck.
Shoulders go there.
I can't talk about Titanic. One, because I haven't seen it. I was gonna watch it with Cammy one day. And, but now I just think about the circumstances that led to Cammy finding out I hadn't seen Titanic, and, like, I can't disassociate the two now.
I understand.
Queen, you were there for this.
Yeah.
You know what happened.
I see.
I hate this family.
Why do you hate this family? Okay, I won't ask further if you're not giving details. I'm just like, there's mystery here that I won't be able to solve while we're streaming. Any other bad movies that I should avoid, like The Pig, Sly Guy, and Onyx is literally all- No! Watch all Neil Breen work. He's a mastermind. Neil Breen is my favorite bad movie person of all time. And a bunch of people here say they don't like his work, and those people are wrong.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you don't like Neil Breen's work.
I just can't believe it. You know what? Maybe I'll... Okay. Goes there. Okay, so... She was the hips, so that goes there.
Oh, actually, the old Mario Brothers movie is one of the movies that's on the list.
It
I
is
think
on the
it's
list,
Juno's
yeah,
thing.
we just haven't seen it yet. I will say, my most recent entry, we watched a film called Rad, which was a 1980s movie about BMX bike racing, and it was the best!
Kristen DM'd me about this movie.
It was so good! Like, it was maximum 80s underdog sports movie cheese. It was so good.
Kristen, you remember you DM'd me about this movie, and I think you specifically asked me had Junior seen Rad.
It was very important to me. I needed to know. God, the opening features like this super, wow, this is so cool music while these people do like BMX bike tricks, but these bike tricks amount to just like wheelies. Just wheelies and like people doing handstands on top of the bikes and they don't move
And it was like
or do
same
flips.
tricks over and over again.
Same tricks over and over again while this awesome 80s music, and it's so lame! It's the lamest thing I've ever seen. It's so great.
Oh my god. Such a cheesy movie as well.
It's so cheesy. I loved it so much. Like, it's everything that I ever wanted. Steve recommended it to me, and every week he would say, "Have you guys seen Rad yet?" It didn't come up this week, Steve. Damn it! And it finally came up, and I told him we all loved it, and he was so happy.
Somebody brought up Birdemic, and I'm surprised we didn't put Birdemic on the list.
That's true, we should really put Birdemic on the
too.
list.
God. I personally haven't, only because the first scene just... Oh, it's like a knife to the
It's
head.
so long.
The first part is incredibly long and weird, and then just suddenly birds.
Birds!
Birds!
Environmentalism!
Orbs.
Birds.
Putting it down, don't mind me.
Hips don't lie and I'm starting to feel it.
And can I listen? She's gonna have cool hips. I can't help it. Like, I know she's gonna have cool hips and she's gonna be strong. Like, you know, Murder God's my petite character, so, and Sybil's also petite. So this character will not be short.
How tall is she?
Oh my god!
What?
I don't know. I might just make her really tall to, like, you know, maximize the difference, but also, like, she doesn't feel like she's that tall. She's probably,
taller than-
like he's...
probably, like, my instincts say probably around, like, 5'8" or so, 5'9".
Yeah.
Like, kind of tall
gonna
for,
go
like,
with
a girl, but not, like, tall.
Not massive.
Yeah. Just because, like, she doesn't feel...
She doesn't feel outrageously tall, but she feels like she's like a little, like, slightly over average.
Slightly
Got
over
legs.
average, yeah. She does have legs, for sure.
She will set up everyone's lesbian radar.
I mean, good. She is, in fact, that. So... Not short? Who is that person and what did she do with Kristen? Listen, I have told multiple people that my next character wasn't going to be short. I am actually capable of making non-short characters.
Somebody asked about, like, a Halloween, bad movie, and I know we don't have this on the list, but I did watch with Jordan, his girlfriend, and Xander, and Cammy, I believe. We watched a movie called Mr. Boogedy.
Ooh.
It was something, alright. And apparently there's, like, 2 sequels.
Oh no.
Two?
There's, like, I think one's, like, The Bride of Boogedy, or something. It's like this family that runs like a prank shop move into like a very clearly haunted house. house. And like the little pranks keep going off and all this stuff, and the dad's not taking any of the haunting seriously because like he's like, oh yeah, these are just cool pranks that people are setting up, and meanwhile his daughter is like genuinely rattled and he's just being a dick about it. And it's just like and then Mr. Boogedy turns out to just be a guy that just like is super like from colonial times who was just super mean. And so he like kidnapped this woman. He got a cloak from Satan and then used it to kidnap a woman or her child. I don't remember. No, wait, he kidnaps her child and then like she ends up like being locked out of his house forever so she can never get to her child. It's like a really it's this really complicated like thing, and it's really complicated but really simple at the same time, and Mr. Boogedy was a wild ride. I want off Mr. Boogedy's wild ride.
I kind of wanna. I mean, I'd be interested. Maybe we should start demanding, like, once October and December comes around, like, specific. No.
I do have a Christmas one in mind. Like, we have to ruin Christmas for
We
once.
absolutely have to watch Holiday in Handcuffs. There's no choice. We must.
I wanted to watch because it's the icon for the server. I did want to watch Pink Christmas.
I'm down. Are you it's almost time for Are You Trying to Ruin Christmas to be a slightly more topical joke.
That reminds me of the picture. I can't remember who posted it, but the one where it's like all the movie posters and like every single one, the girl's wearing a red jumper and the guy's wearing a green jumper.
Oh, isn't it like the Hallmark movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. My mom loves Hallmark movies so much.
My mom does too.
Mine do.
I mean, like, it's basically just a wholesome like, you know, when I think about it, a cheesy Hallmark movie is just the equivalent of me reading, like, some super fluffy romance fanfic. Oh, this is telling me to take a short break.
It's just a coffee shop AU. It's
exactly.
just a slow burn coffee shop AU, like, see, that's how you get through Hallmark movies if you're into, like, fandom stuff. You watch them to imagine your OTP.
Exactly. Okay, I gotta stop and stretch for a couple minutes.
Okie dokie.
Well, at least I have the base down now. I might make her a little less thick. Like, she should be, like, you know, strong enough that she could, like, you know, she could kick your ass, but she's more likely to try to talk her way out of it first and then fight when she inevitably fails.
Gotta have that silver tongue.
Yep.
Listen. Sorry, I just realized I should probably type if I'm talking to chat. Continue. I just saw like somebody say that like Hallmark movies are lame and recycled. I'm like, yeah, so are most fanfics.
Yeah,
it's okay.
exactly.
Listen, the whole they shared a bed thing is so tired and true, but we keep
But
reading
we
it.
love it anyway. Like, I'll say this, like, they may not be my thing, but everyone has their own, like, comfort thing they're into. And, Hallmark movies are good, comfy cheese for some people. I mean, for me, everyone's got, like, those holiday movies that they watch that, like, nobody else watches. Like, my family loves Holiday in Handcuffs, and we really love the Disney Channel original movie Eloise at Christmas Time. We love it so much. We watch it every year. And it's a really good movie. And nobody believes me. And I can't find it anywhere, because of course I can't find it anywhere. It's a Disney Channel original movie. We own it on DVD. I don't know why we own it on DVD. I don't know who sold these DVDs, but we have one. Just when Kristen's OC gets in a fight, she tries to use her words. When that fails, she uses logic and reason, which are the nicknames she gives to her fists. She would probably say that, and then somebody would probably point out that, like, you don't... Her intelligence score is real bad. It's real bad.
Why can't I see Compass pointing that out?
Yeah. I'm gonna use logic and reason. Oh, isn't that just what you nicknamed your fish? You're damn right it is!
It's just, are you talking about actual logic and reason, or are you talking about your
What do you think I'm talking about, Compass? Come on!
Oh my god. Sorry, the fact you said compass points that out.
I'm ready for this dynamic. I don't know anything about this.
Oh my god, there's so much good, like, I'm just gonna start rambling. People can feel free to stop me at any point. Okay,
No, go on.
so
This is good.
Never.
so Captain Jericho Nova, which is totally her name, used to work for essentially the Empire, and then went, actually, I don't like this. I'm gonna go be a space pirate and live by nobody's rules, because 100% this character is based off of Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly, because Firefly is like the only space-related thing I have ever consumed and enjoyed. That's not true. I also liked Cowboy Bebop, and I have also enjoyed Mass Effect, but that's it. Anyway, space is not really my thing. Firefly is barely space. But, so yeah, she has a cool name, and so when she went to leave the Empire, there was this cool ship that was like in development, and she just hopped in and was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And the ship said its name was Compass. She was like, "You're probably real bored sitting around here, aren't you?" "I don't know, I don't have a concept. What is boredom?" "Have I got a lot to tell you about? You want to go for a drive?"
So, basically, like, literally, Jericho's first, like, mate is the freaking ship that took a body of an AI, and it is, oh, it's great.
Yep. So she stole a ship, and then she started flying it throughout the galaxy, and then just sort of could be like, "Oh, you sound helpful. Want to work on my ship? Great. There's no contract. There's nothing for you to sign. Just come work for me. It'll be cool. Fly through the galaxy, do cool things, do things that are sort of legal, but also, you know, the sheet's not illegal. Everything underneath it, however." And it will be fun. So, yeah, so
It's a wholesome adventure.
it's a very wholesome adventure, yes. Just so wholesome.
We also made this running joke that Compass likes to write fan fiction.
Fuck's sake.
Would you like to hear about the latest chapter of my fan fiction? I'm in the middle of something right now, Compass. It's okay, I will slow things down so you can read my fan fiction. Compass, now's really not the... It's chapter 1. Okay!
It is about a captain of a ship and her friend, a tall robot.
So where did you get the idea for this fanfic?
God.
It is my OC, do not steal. I just can't help but feel like maybe you got some inspiration. Like, I don't wanna, you know, I'd accuse you of stealing ideas or anything like that. I just,
I will place copyright on these characters so no one can steal them.
Please don't. If you try to do copyright, we're gonna have to go, like, you don't want to deal with copyright. You don't want to do that. We're gonna have to go to, like, we have to get a lawyer. Do you know how annoying lawyers are?
I'm sorry, my brain just immediately went, business student, my brain just immediately went into, like, what you'd have to do for space copyright.
Space copyright.
Christ.
Like, who do you even, like, because I know that in the US, the character would automatically be copyrighted, like, you don't have to do anything for that, but, like, in space, though.
Looking a process of getting a copyright.
In space.
Complete.
Listen, I appreciate your creative drive, which I assume may possibly be literally a drive. I don't understand how you work at all. We've established this. But could you also, maybe pick up the pace on getting to the next planet while you're doing this? Cause, we have, there's cargo. It's gotta get sold.
Oh god, Ace is just far off in the background, like, my OTP!
Oh my god. Just eagerly awaiting every chapter while Jericho's just like, oh my god. Scream. Here's the question: can Jericho tell this is totally about her and Compass? That's the most important thing. Where do you keep getting these ideas?
I feel like Jericho would, but because Compass is, well, an AI, it would just have some, like, its writing would be so poor that it's like, I can't tell if it's supposed to be genuine or a mockery.
Oh.
You made me really lame in this chapter. That is not you, that is Captain Chan. Okay.
Just incorrect. The character in this is not you, Captain Jericho, but rather Captain Chan.
Right, Captain Chan. I see.
If this is the dynamic for only two of the characters, I am excited to see the dynamic with everyone else. Just imagine Jericho with everyone else, just like, oh boy, we're in for some good stuff.
Are you regretting it yet?
Is that the voice you're going with?
It might be.
It might be. I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in terms of the space copyright, that maybe it'll be fine. It can be American space, and then you look at Ace, who's just thick Scottish.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's Compass's OC,
listen,
Jericho, and Tom.
If it's space, everyone knows if you're evil, you have a thick British accent, and you're very, very stuffy. The Empire is always British.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Which is precisely why Ace is Scottish.
Queen just wanted to redeem herself with the Scottish accent.
I really did, to be honest. No, what happened is that, like, originally he was gonna be kind of like Cockney, but the problem is I can only really do Cockney when I'm doing a younger character. So then I thought, oh, well, maybe he's American. Then I'm like, I can't do deep American. So I'm just like, what's the only thing I can do? Well, I can't do Irish because Una's Irish. Wait. Oh, look at that smug little face.
I love her.
Yeah, what a smug asshole.
Whose
So-
line input is coming through?
So, Compass, if I can give you some pointers about this.
Feedback would be very appreciated.
I'm lying, I can't read.
You can't read!
I'm just illiterate.
Oh.
No, he probably can, but it's like baseline knowledge of reading.
Just, you betray me.
You can always, you can always read it to Compass. Just, how about you both? Just, Ace, you can go to a to your room perhaps, and Compass, you could read this there. Over there. Over that intercom, over there.
Oh gosh, what imagine that, going to Ace's room and on the ship and just like blasting throughout the entire deck.
R&R, no flames, please.
Well, since you said please.
Screams internally.
Originally, Compass was just going to be a robot that was just brought on with the ship. No, Compass is now the ship.
Oh man, when you
Compass
suggested
is the
that Compass was going to be like Cortana, I was like, so Compass could be the ship then.
Compass is now the ship.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's cool.
My god,
Ooh,
he's
dear.
eating my bed.
Give her the Ezra swoop.
Ah, yes, the good Ezra swoop.
It's a good swoop.
It's
very
a
good.
good
I'm
swoop.
kind of proud of that swoop.
It's a good swoop. It's a good swoop, and I'm stealing it.
Pretty gay swoop.
I can't believe you stole my swoop.
Can you ever find it in your heart to forgive me?
I don't know, I've probably stolen things from you.
Yeah.
I actually have stolen a couple things from you now. that I think
So, do I want to give her pointy ears or just have her? I feel like in proper like Space Odyssey faction, the captain should just be a normal human.
Yeah.
Okay, short on the side, or do I give her a cool ponytail?
Ooh, that looks nice.
I love ponytails. What can I
like
say?
a comet.
Yep.
Give that some kind look.
Okay.
There comes a time where a hero must make.
Maybe I want to be Undyne, okay?
Just want to be Space Undyne.
I just want to be Space Undyne. Is that so wrong?
Never.
My swoop, do not steal.
My swoop, do not steal. I mean, I once said that Ava is basically like a love child of Undyne and Alphys. Like, she kinda has that vibe. Punch girl, but she's like a nerd. So, when I was playing Ava, I thought to myself, you know, if next time I do a fighty character, I just want her to be closer to being like a lady brawler. So that's what I.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Also, I love this comment. Compass offers Ace a book on the laws and regulations of the next system they're traveling through, so Ace doesn't cause problems on accident. Unfortunately, Compass forgets that not only can Ace not read, but that he always causes problems on purpose. I love how I've said fuck all about Ace besides he's Scottish and you've already got his character.
Okay.
So we have Ace, we have Compass, we have Space Undyne.
Space Undyne. She is just Space Undyne, isn't she?
we love Jerry.
I love Jerry so much.
Captain Jerry!
Captain Jerry.
G'day.
Like I said, I initially was like, maybe I won't be in this campaign, but I can't now.
You're in far
These are
too
those
deep.
rings.
Listen, if you have a cool girl, you gotta give her a cool eyeliner. It's no choice.
Of course.
But what if she's a hot girl?
I mean, she can be both. Okay, so next
Well,
time.
you're either hot or you're
Warm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
She could be lukewarm though.
Just warm.
Also hi.
Hello, Sky.
Hi.
Hey, I was about to ask if you were okay.
Now we know. Man,
How
how
dare you, Scott?
Hmm?
How dare you have parents?
Spear of Justice is stuck in my fucking head now. God damn it. Some good
Undyne
song.
with a gun.
It's Undyne with a gun. I mean, she prefers the cutlass, the laser cutlass, but you know, if she's gotta just shoot you, she'll just shoot you.
Like, hey, if that's the only option, then so be it.
Basically, she's 100% the Indiana Jones sees guy do cool trick and then just shoots him and runs.
I just showed Queen that recently, and Queen, what was your reaction again?
I can't remember.
I just remember you laughing at it, so
Yeah.
it's pretty much what the rest of America did.
Gundine.
Gundine! You know, I was really feeling the cutlass, but you know, I could just go gun. No, cutlass is cooler for Space Pirate.
It's cool to have the cutlass, but also have the gun.
Exactly.
So if you have a girl with the sword, does that make her a cut lass?
Hmm.
You know, Scott, no one else can ban you in this server, but I can.
Love you too, bro.
So I don't need this anymore. So. I love her.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Okay.
Who is this, anyway?
Oh, this is my space pirate captain for the space tabletop RPG.
Ooh, very nice.
I could not give her a trench coat, but I have to be honest with myself. If you're a captain, you have to have a cool trench coat.
Of course.
There's just no choice.
You don't make the rules.
It's a law.
I do, and the rule is that I want a trench coat.
Listen, there are only two kinds of people who have trench coats. Kick-ass space pirate captains, or Uptown City public flashers. And I'm pretty sure it's not the
Oh,
latter.
shoot, I'm in the wrong.
I mean,
Whoops. Wrong
Yes.
layer.
Is there something you'd like to share, Dawn?
no.
See, Echo gets it.
Echo gets a lot of things. Echo doesn't know anything, though. Much like me. I don't know
Echo
shit.
be like, I may be stupid.
But I'm not an idiot.
No, just I may be
No,
stupid.
I may be stupid.
Just I may be
No,
stupid.
Echo knows that she's a smart girl. It's me who I'm just like, I might be stupid, but you know what? You're fucking right.
I want to hug her.
I mean, she'll take the hug. Especially if you're a lady.
Oh, good.
Will 100% be like, Compass, stop. What? Cute girl. Right, but you're the one that said we had an appointment. You know, my schedule just opened up.
Captain, you
Yes.
said that you had an appointment in 10 minutes, though.
Well, they'll understand. I'm afraid my schedule is suddenly open. Cut to later. Oh, we were supposed to make it. Oh, right, that is a thing I was supposed to do, and I have not, and now we have to leave, because now they are mad.
It is. It's time to go.
Well, who could have foreseen this being a problem?
Not I, Captain Jerry.
Exactly! Not I, Captain Jerry. Compass, I told you that this would be a problem.
Compass, it's all your fault.
Compass, why didn't you tell me I had an appointment? You did! I did! You said
No
to
clap, Compass.
I did. You insisted that your schedule was free, though. Can I just say, it's so much fun playing a much more logical and sort of deadpan character.
It's fun.
You did really well.
I need to play around with voice mod so I can get like the right effect for Compass. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
What a queen.
Ugh,
I'm
this
gonna
lady just.
Mm.
Oh. Ugh,
attack.
this is
Big coat.
Big coat.
Big coat.
Big cool.
Big coat.
That way I can get a good look at the coat.
Coat.
Hmm.
Ah! Coat. Don't mind my screaming. It's just art programs are stupid.
Yeah, they are.
Correct.
They may be stupid.
Just like me.
But at least they're an idiot.
Nothing works how I want it to.
Better, so.
Oof.
He's here!
He's here!
He's here!
Come here.
Oh my god! It's our special guest, Steel!
Hello,
Hi.
Stell.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How is everyone else?
Just hanging out, working on Space Pirates.
Buzzed.
Yeah.
JK, we're not buzzed.
We're not. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't drink, so.
If it were you, Queen, I would believe it, honestly.
Yeah.
Time to watch the chat freak out.
Yeah.
What are they?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's the steam.
100%.
It's the steel effect.
I have an entire effect named after me.
You do.
What an honor.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but steel beam can melt the chat.
Jet fuel can't melt. Sunlight can't melt steel beams. Starby fanfic. I'm still proud of that video. But do you remember the hot tub? The hot tub.
The shipping extravaganza is iconic.
It really is. Of the many things, it is one of the things that I truly wish I had the gumption to, like, do a new one every year. I don't, but if I did, just imagine how cool that would be. And then don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do it. Do it.
God, the fanfiction, the thing that's great about, you know, the shipping extravaganza is, so there I was, there are many good things about the shipping extravaganza, which I'm aware is kind of full of myself to say, as I am the one that wrote it, but, for the Steel and Split bit, there's the bit where, you know, Split goes, remember the hot tub, no, Steel goes, remember the hot tub, and when I was writing that, like, that's what came to me, it's like, God, this is so dumb, no one's gonna think this is funny, okay, well, whatever, it's a placeholder, no one's gonna think this is good, and now here we are.
Everyone remembered that.
Remember, everyone remembered that. So the moral of the story is sometimes when you doubt yourself, you accidentally make a meme.
Oops. Memes don't always have shelf lives.
Yep.
But when they do. Boy howdy.
Okay, so I know she has a cool coat, so that's a definite. Does it have cool big sleeves?
Excuse me,
Absolutely.
French coat, of course it does.
Heck yeah.
They have those cuffs.
Gotta have those cool cuffs. Well, you see, Steel, I'm working on designing my cool character for the Space Tabletop campaign. Her name is Captain Jericho Nova, which is totally her real name.
Totally.
Definitely.
Definitely her real
Don't worry
name.
about it.
When her parents looked the baby in the eyes, they were like, we must name this baby Jericho.
I'd call my child Jericho.
Was decided.
Churro asked, Kristen, why did you make the shipping extravaganza in the first place?
Why not?
I think we used to make a lot. Well, first of all, because shipping did exist in the MOTI fandom and the IR fandom at that time. Like, there were a lot of ships. A lot of them were revolved around Steel. And then some of it was just us saying, haha, this is the ships that would exist if we were, like, a fandom. And as you guys know, I am an expert in bad fan fiction from my many years of,
Oh yeah, I guess I was featured.
You were like in every single ship.
Yeah.
Except for the Alexander ship, which Alex said no to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Again, that's only a thing because the names work so well together.
That's not true. The Alexander
it's a
ship
good hate
did
ship.
exist.
It is a hate ship?
It's a hate
It's
ship.
a good
yeah.
hate ship.
Yeah.
Oh, ship.
Yeah. In general, like,
What?
in general, we say, you know, please don't ship us, or at the very least, if you're gonna ship us,
please
don't
don't.
tell us that you're shipping us. It doesn't personally bother me, to be honest. I really don't care if you ship me, but it's like, around the general circle, there are people who are uncomfortable.
Just keep it to
Just
yourself.
don't, yeah. Like, I can't stop you from shipping, you know, shipping happens. Just don't.
When
But
you
yeah,
think about it, your parents ship you with your friends.
it's true.
It's true.
Yeah, so... But yeah, so it happened... Oops, sorry.
No, sorry. I think from my standpoint, if you want to ship my character, Queen, go ahead. Just
yeah.
don't ship me.
Yeah, basically. That's actually one of the reasons why I, like, you know, made Goggles and Murder God, because I was like, you know, people can write about them and ship them and make fan fiction and stuff, and it won't be weird, because they won't be talking about me. This is also why things like calling me Crime Straczynski Murder God makes me extremely uncomfortable. Like, don't do that.
It's an actual conversation we had after a while about like, hey, are we going to play our characters as Sonas, or are we going to play them as characters? Because we need to know so that like if people do ship things, whether or not we should be mad at them.
Yeah.
That was like a big factor in it. It was kind of just like I remember us having like a conversation about it, like we need to know if you're playing a character or if you're playing yourself. So because that changes a lot.
It does. Okay, so...
I'm indifferent. No one knows the real me anyways.
Nobody knows the real me.
Nobody knows what it's like. You'll be the best.
Like, in general, I don't mind being shipped, but I mean, the danger is, you know, you could end up in a situation where when people look up your name, the first thing that comes up is the ship art, which could potentially be
the
pretty
Sonic
bad.
effect.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking the Eddsworld effect.
Yeah, exactly. Eddsworld is what I was thinking of.
I didn't know they had that issue.
Yeah, it was a big enough issue where like the fandom started using different like names for the ships so that they wouldn't come up under their names.
Yeah.
Because like the guys straight up said, "Hey, when you do this, I've actually lost a job to this. Can you not do that?" And so
Wow.
yeah.
Oh no, not the personal info.
The personal info telling me to stop and stretch, so I gotta stop and stretch.
Marinara pomodoro.
Yeah, it's very helpful. I gotta work out what I'm gonna... It's like, I know I'm gonna give her a cool coat, and after that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Like, the hair, I kind of already knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted her to have, like, the little spot in her, eyebrow. It's just everything else. Sorry, I was thinking about the shipping extravaganza and the frickin' Cammy one. Bro, you did so good.
All my years of trying to copy Naoko Takushi.
Honestly, that one and the Steel X Split one are my favorite. Steel X Split is great because it was just me channeling every edgy yaoi fanfic I'd ever written in high school.
God.
And then the Cammy one is just time to write a shoujo pitch.
I remember that clearly. 'cause that was the first time I'd ever seen your art, bro.
God, the first time you see my art and it's not even like in my I'm actually really proud of how those came out.
came
Like,
out
I'm not
really
gonna lie.
You did, yeah.
It was also the first art I did for IR, so like I had to prove
Oh
myself.
wow.
Very-
Your initiation.
Your initiation.
It was beautiful.
And
It's
now
gorgeous.
you're a man.
That begins part one of your ceremony. We're gonna put you to rest.
Please put me to rest.
No.
Never.
Burning rules. Please stop. Someone said in the distance.
Stretch. Ah. I just want to work on the picture. But that's how I got in this situation.
No.
The good news is my arms currently feel okay. I feel like I can keep going for a bit. Maybe I'll make it through the whole 3 hours. Who knows? Dream big.
Ooh. Getting spicy.
Like, if I manage to not mess up my arms, I can manage about, like, somewhere between 4 and 6 hours of work in a day, which is, you know, pretty good. Like, it's not exactly where I want to be, but also, in theory, like, if I could get to 8 hours at least, it would be ideal, but I might not ever be able to do that again. We'll see.
Well, with this new campaign, that means more shipping.
More shipping, that's true.
Look what you've done.
Boy.
Yes,
The
excellent.
surprising lack of shipping in all of our shows.
There
You
is
know
a
what?
surprising lack of shipping.
You know what? That said, I have a question for the chat. What is a ship that is absolutely non-canon that you kind of love, anyways?
Stephen and Grace.
We're talking specifically for IR, just making sure, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I was about to say, here's the problem with that. You're gonna say that, and
be like,
someone's
"Who?"
gonna be like, "Yeah, my OTP from."
Critics me.
What?
X Mason.
Grace X Percy. Western Studio.
Guess you hate ships community.
Mason and his money. Let me think.
It's fucking money.
This probably seems like a cheap. No, Churro, say your ships. Murder God X Zeffy is canon.
Yeah,
Very
no,
canon.
Yeah.
It's the most canon non-canon
It's
ship.
yeah,
I was
it's
about to say it's weirdly canon, but also not canon.
yeah.
at all.
It's like canon in all auxiliary materials, but it's not like canon in the
Mhm.
thing.
Not like explicitly canon.
Yeah.
Remember when Vincent and Murder God was like a really strong ship? for
Oh, I still ship Vincent and Murder God like real strong. It's like it will never happen. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like, if I were in the DMP fandom, I would probably write, like, some kind of AU where, like, I don't know, Abby had died or something. Like, not like, but in a, like, haha, she must die, what a horrible, but just like, hey, this is a possibility where Vincent has to move on, basically. Like, cause, I would probably, it'd be some kind of, I probably would actually write the coffee shop AU.
Missy
Oh.
May, we said non-canon ships.
Yes. Dog X Grace Garden. Interesting.
Alternatively, divorce is a thing.
I can't wish divorce upon Abby and Vincent. They're too. They have such a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
It has to
Yeah.
be like it has to be a universe where like either Abby has died or she doesn't exist because she's too good.
Don't let them
Absolutely.
die. Don't let the light go out.
Junior X getting a fucking break for once in his life.
Yeah.
That's definitely not canon.
So this is obviously not really a thing, but we had a really long talk once about the different DMP ship possibilities. I don't know if we ever did this on stream.
We never did it on stream
We never
because we
did
were
it.
too embarrassed. But like Kristen, we did have a very long.
We had a very long talk about it. but I will say one that I kind of like. It doesn't work in canon because they don't have that vibe, but I can see how like Murder God and Junior could actually be a pretty good ship.
Okay.
Throws my hands up in the air. I listen.
We called it free real estate because Murder God is so short.
God is so
Real
small.
estate. It's
Because they have such a
He's
big
so
height
small.
difference.
And he's so tall.
He's so tall.
He could like snap her like a twig, but she
Exactly.
could snap him like a twig.
Exactly, it's great. And like he wouldn't take her crap. And he's very calm and nice. Really the thing is Junior's too healthy for Murder God.
Yeah.
The thing is, and it's just like, oh, this is cute. Junior's way too healthy for her.
Junior's too. That's true. She's not attracted to people who would be healthy for her. The healthiest ship she would have would be Zeffy.
We've already established that's a canon non.
Are you saying I'm bad for you?
No, it's just there are other dynamics that make this Listen, Zeffy is actually quite good for Murder God, but Zeffy and Murder God are also inherently violent. So
I like my chomp.
exactly. So
You need to be stopped.
I'm just gonna have like a t-shirt. Oh man, I can have her have like a cool sleeve tattoo whenever she takes off her jacket. Fuck yeah.
Okay, but like, I'm reading all these ships and I'm like, Ezra Val, good ship.
I actually really like Ezra Val a lot. Just cause like, the thing is, honestly, I would ship Ezra with anyone, cause he has really good, like...
Oh yeah.
I low-key
Okay,
ship
okay.
Ezra with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So-
He has really good chemistry with people.
Most people.
Most people. No! Here's the thing! Ezra being Ezra, he feels like he could make a lot of things work. Percy's super straight, but in another universe, it would be a good ship.
In another universe.
Another Percy's super straight. Like, I love how this is apparently a common IR dynamic, is that like, it's that like you have two guy characters and a female character. Both guys are into the girl's into at least one of the guys and would be into both of the guys. But like one of the guys is bi. But
yep, but the other
guy is
Yeah.
super straight.
Yep. Like Sybil would be totally
Typical love triangle.
like Sybil would be totally fine with any other boy, but but you know. I mean, granted, her and James are also very open, so
James are pretty open. James and Sybil are pretty open, so it's like,
so that works out.
it's just you would never get the whole exact like this person has two hands thing. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only person you get this person has two hands with is Murder God and Zeffy and Loki.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I love me some OT3s. Like, I love OT3s.
You know.
Meg out here throwing Junior X Ezra at me. Don't fucking do that. Don't make me have to come down there. I'll at you.
The bro ship.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? Like, I have a lot of ships that I haven't figured out whether or not they're romantic or platonic in my brain. Like, cause the thing about being a fan of of the thing that you're in is that it's like you can't fully indulge in fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you're just like, oh man, if I was in fandom, I would totally write this 50k slow burn, but
Exactly.
Yeah.
these are my fellow actors and they're gonna read it.
Of course.
Mason X terrible.
Canon.
That's
can't
canon.
We said specifically non-canon. Is Corellon, Corellian, and Trevlon? Because that's like a good ship.
I guess it is, and I agree.
I shipped Corellon when Trevlon was around.
From what I've gathered, many people shipped them.
I miss you, Walrus.
Do 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 do.
Do, 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 do.
God. Sometimes, in terms of this campaign in particular, I tried to weigh in on like how long the campaign is and like the dynamics and stuff to see if, will my character be available or not? So with this one, I just went fuck it. So Ace has a husband.
Oh, good for him.
He is a lovely guy by the name of Jack, who is kind of like a fussy housewife, but in this case, it's a fussy house husband.
Excellent.
Yes.
Could do it. Nah, hoop feels like too much.
She has earrings?
Yeah. Like she looks cool. She doesn't look very spacey though.
Rings could be Saturn rings.
What?
The rings could be Saturn rings.
I mean, like, I don't really know if that's like something I could express super easily in this.
She is very opinionated tonight.
What?
No, chat, do not.
What?
I'm wearing my meat shirt.
Oh, I see.
Good!
Oh yeah, Queen meats.
Queen meats.
I'm actually glad we got I was so worried the chat would just entirely ignore the question and only give
Right.
us joke ships.
Yeah, I'm really
And I'm like,
enjoying-
no, I want to know what you actually
Yeah,
ship.
guys, we love hearing your actual ships, even if like I love hearing about shipping. Even if it's like I'm like I don't get how you got it, I still like love hearing about it. Because, you know, part of shipping is not necessarily about like what works in canon. It's about like, you know, character dynamics that you think would be interesting if they were in a relationship.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Phoenix Rising said Artie and Gavin, and I got soft for a second.
Oh,
The second game is coming out soon.
soon.
I gotta finish my song!
Didn't know you were making a song.
But
I was writing an I showed it to Steele earlier, but
I see.
I've been writing an Arcade Spirit song. I just have been
nice.
fallen to a rut lyrically.
I get special treatment, my bro.
You did.
supposedly something is happening to Iris.
Oh boy.
I
I mean,
don't
I'm not
know.
surprised, because that seemed like the avenue that they wanted to, like... That seemed to be, like, the hint, basically, on what would get
Yeah.
expanded on, so... When you have a cool AI story...
Yeah, I'll agree.
This needs something, but I'm not sure. Wait, maybe this is fine. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
It looks fine.
Because I don't want to give her, like, a robot arm or anything. That feels like too much. Also, I don't like drawing robot arms if I can avoid it.
You're so valid.
I'm like, James like Sunio is the only two pairs of doors in his hands.
Oh my. Lady Fumara, Mr. Fox, I can fucking
Okay,
get behind that
I was
shit.
about to say, I was gonna say that's actually kind of prime real estate right there.
I hate that so much, but it works.
Maybe this is fine.
They're both terrible. They were made for each other.
They were made for each other.
I want to write down. Like, I'm a person that falls in love with character dynamics more than I do like romantic character dynamics.
I mean,
As
I
in,
do
so it's
too,
like-
yeah.
So it's like a lot of times it's like, oh, do you ship these characters? And it's like, I mean, in a relationship, yes, but not necessarily a romantic one.
No, I feel that. Like, I mean, in general, like, I'm more of a genfic, like, found family friendship sort of fanfic seeker anyway.
Mm. I love Space Undyne.
I also love Space Undyne.
God. But yeah, like, there's a lot of, like, quote-unquote shit. Like, some of the ships people are writing down, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's good! And then I'm just like, wait, do I ship this romantically, or do I just really want them to, like...
Friendship.
Not even a friendship, do I just want them to talk?
Do I just want them to talk?
Do I just want them to just go out to a... Like, here's the thing. Like, if Grace was an ace, I would ship Junior and Grace together, because I always do the friend thing. Like, but they're such close friends that it, like... They're weirdly enough close enough friends where I'm just like, well, now I'm invested in this
Wait,
friend
if I do
dynamic,
this, then
and I
she's
need
just...
to-
I can see it.
It's just like, it's a good dynamic that they have going on. And then, like, somebody mentioned Percy and Yugo, and I'm like, I hadn't thought of that before.
Okay. Okay.
Like, whenever I say I ship something, you should take it with a grain of salt, because I most likely mean I really enjoy their character dynamic and I want to explore it more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are some characters where I'm like, you should make out, but, like, that's very rare.
Hey, you two should kiss!
You should kiss.
To Sky, I think everyone has at least shipped themselves with Junior at least a little bit.
I
like,
mean,
come
yeah.
on, we were all jealous of
Yeah.
that background.
Oh god, I'm so jealous of that back rub. Death glares at Grace.
I never thought that much into it until I saw chat's reaction. God, the best part about that scene was making the satisfied back rub noises.
My favorite ship is Percy Blackwood and Poor Life Choices.
Isn't that just every DMP character X their
Yeah.
life choices?
Yes.
Poor Life Choices is a true poly ship.
It really is.
Good. I don't want to say my COC ships aside from Jail. Just because.
Jail.
Peter House. I know nothing about this character other than Walrus. It was
I ship Peter Haas was having a good time.
Yeah.
a...
Oh,
What is it?
I'm thinking about DMP in general and like who I'd, you know, that kind of shameful self-ship thing with. And the worst thing is it'll probably be with Yugo, and it's just like, why do I keep shipping myself with the gay people?
Oh no!
It's the forbidden aspect.
Yes.
Honey, it isn't just the gay people.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Mm.
Cernos made fantastic life choices, excuse you.
You don't know what choices Cernos made to end up here.
God.
God, so many of y'all ship yourselves with the Eldritch Twink. I don't. I said Eldritch Twink, and then I realized that Aletheus also exists. I mean the Twinkiest.
We know who you're talking about.
For the last time, Charles is not a twink.
Eldritch Twink.
Charles is not. No. Anyways.
Oh yeah, Cursed Throne.
First throne.
I have shipped in the first couple episodes, but it's been so long that I don't remember what it was.
See, I'm trying so hard not to ship Una and Angel Eyes, but the more we fucking have that dynamic, the more it gets more difficult.
It works.
It really doesn't.
Geo Saber out here shipping Percy Grace and Snickers and Puff. Snickers and Puff is like one I didn't even consider, and now I'm just like, oh, that's adorable. The Gremlins.
That is cute.
It's true.
Oh, I'm gonna read
That
this
is
call out
correct.
post. I'm gonna read this call out post for Queen on stream, so it's saved. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Queen, but doesn't Quintessa exist literally because you shipped yourself with Malafane?
I have the image. I have the image to prove it.
Oh god. That was a story. At first it was, yeah. At first it was me shipping myself with Malness Skull. And then I was kind of like, hang on, I have this character. And then we kind of just played with that, and then it accidentally got made canon.
Ooh, Angel Julieta.
I can see that.
Okay. Okay. Not my friend. See, it's funny because originally, back when Split's characters were in the party, it was going to be Lawrence who was shipped with Luliana, but then they got axed off, so...
Ouch. That kind of
Yeah.
stung.
Whoops.
I ship Phineas with a wholesome future because he deserves it.
Here's hoping. Hope he doesn't get screwed over. Let's see.
Ooh, crossover ships, guys.
Ooh, crossover ships.
Okay, I can dig it. Let's see.
Dude, I'm a fucking sucker for crossovers.
You know what? You know what? Before we get to cross ships, I like that too, Queen. I
Yeah.
like that too.
What is it? Una Noah? Aw, heartbroken.
Crossover
No,
ships.
no. You can't just say Sybil X Ezra and not explain.
No, you have to explain that.
Explain!
Oh, I just imagine she's so tiny and into Eldritch stuff, and he's like part Eldritch and really big.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sybil.
Also, family-related tragedy.
Combined chaotic Sybil, the combined chaotic energy will uncover all of the universe's mysteries.
The ultimate ego boost. DMP Murder God and Working Week Murder God.
Oh my god, no, Murder God would never date
They would
herself.
tear each other
They would
apart.
tear each other apart. Like, no, they would hate each other. Grace X Sam's McSams.
I do dig that one, which is why I'm so pissed off that my mic stopped working during that scenario.
That is a damn shame. I was really looking forward to Grace talking to the other actual detective.
You know what? I'm gonna make an ironic ship, and I'm gonna call someone out at the same time. I'm going to say Malafane and Grace for the sole purpose of that one fanfic that Phoenix wrote.
Oh my god.
Solely for that.
I fucking forgot about that. That's one of my favorite things.
Simple X Junior because Junior deserves good things.
Oh my god, he would be dragged along by that woman so much.
So much. Oh my god.
Like they met because she was delving into the Black Stars cult shit, and he was just like, okay, listen, I can only tell you so much. She's like, uh-huh.
Oh, really? Is that so? I'll just have to stick around until you can tell me much, then.
Let's see.
You really
Please
can't
no.
do that. No.
I mean, and then she just never leaves.
God.
Eventually just gets used to her being there.
Yep. Ironically, Sybil is thus far currently better in the Call of Cthulhu universe than she is in the DMP universe.
The Call of Cthulhu-verse,
Call
you
of
might say?
Cthulhu-verse. At one point, does Zephy become a crossover?
Zephy X Scam, because let's be honest, he'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's my card. Let's see.
Aw.
I like how that's how I come back.
Junior, okay, so you really don't want to get into the Black Stars. You'll go and say, oh wow, that is a very high sanity score.
God.
I like this. Unawakened void people X secretly being Peter House.
Secretly being Peter Haas. If Xander was in DMP regularly, I would have, like, a wheel option of, oh no, someone is actually Peter Haas! But...
Let's see. Now I'm just trying to think of aesthetical ships.
This one isn't like a ship thing, but I remember ages back I mentioned that there was like the PlayStation All Stars game, which is just Smash but PlayStation.
Yeah.
I love
And each one of them
PlayStation
kind
All
of-
Stars. It's terrible.
Yeah, but each one of them kind of has like a sort of rival cutscene thing, depending on who you pair them up with.
Yes. Okay.
So
Yes.
I
that
brought
that
up,
was
and then
actually
Alex
good.
came out with a full like list of like IR characters that could do that.
I don't remember
Nice.
that. Where is it?
I will try and find it because some
my
of
God.
these are really good.
Oh, actually, I do remember it, but I don't remember who was who.
All right,
Okay, let's
let
see.
me read the list. I found the list.
Okay, explain.
The list.
Explain Kirsty and Sunil. Explain that to me.
Yeah, you do that. Alex, do I have permission to read the list? Vinny and Key hanging out.
Vinny and Kit hanging out. Oh my god. Oh my god, that would be so good.
Alright. I believe this was pre Call of Cthulhu.
He said read the list.
He said read the list.
Alright. Tristana versus Mask. Both the edgelords of their respective parties, guest starring tragic pasts. Khalil versus Momo, the naive one who needs to be airborne at all times. Vincent versus Corellian, both the angry soldiers. Corellian is at least called captured repeatedly. Haley versus Scam, both fast talking and with the most advanced knowledge of technology in their group, be it for gaming or for artificery. Murdergod versus Zephy, I don't think I need to justify this one. Valencia versus Pyra. Valencia primarily uses pyromancy. Pyra is fire-blooded Ganassi. Both are far travelers in their respective parties. Lean versus Lucian. Both are the hedonists of the group. Volfid versus Ivory. Both at home on the salty sea. Ivory wants to drink some of it. Both reptilian. Both will never come back down for a dare/challenge. Cernos versus Thalia. Both deer-themed. Both much preferred nature to civilization. Junior versus Minerva, both involved in the cult, came out with spooky powers. Grace versus Tarkin from Tales from the Trail, both officers of the law in their respective time periods who made deals with the devil. And, oh my god, Belucifer versus Princess Anathema Anna Dracos. Obviously the devil, but with comically different outlooks on life.
I'm sorry, who was the last one?
Oh my god, Princess Anna from the Dragon Heist campaign we did for like an episode.
I see.
Anna
are your opinions on-
had chaos energy, to put it mildly.
I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, what are your opinions on this, Carl?
I think it's all really lovely and great.
Uh,
You're talking to somebody who helped create a shipping thread that was hundreds of pages long. So
All right.
Congratulations, Carl. You're the first person to actually catch up with the chat.
Well, I'm happy to see you, Carl, but unfortunately we're about to go on break as it is 9:30 and also I need to stretch. So, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. We will see y'all when we get back. Bye! Bye 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 bye! Hello everybody, welcome back! Damn, this music in Fredboat's going real hard.
Okay, so hear me out.
Dude, it's scamming time.
So hear me out. Scam Likely and Baku.
yeah,
I think we all agreed that that's just a rat
Unless
man
Scam Coup
trope.
is the thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scam
excellent.
Coup is
Moving
a
on.
thing. Before I continue, I just wanted, because Princess Anna Anathema Damakos came up, so I figured I'd show my design for her since she was only there for one session. But, she's adorable. I think she worshipped, from what I remember, she worshipped the god of pain and suffering. So she's an adorable sweetie pie who tortured a Kenku in cold blood, like you do. She's adorable. I love her. It's a shame I only got to use her for one session. Anyway, right, back to drawing Space Undyne, who just becomes more Space Undyne by the moment. I wasn't gonna go with this hair color, but I'm like, no, this is the best one. Oh no, where did my tablet pen go? There it is.
So, Kristen, I've got a question.
Yes.
Have you already given your little sweetie pie a voice?
I mean, I think she's gonna hit kind of lower. I'm going for like a Ladette kind of thing. So, but I mean, like, I don't do crazy voices for my characters. Like I'm friends with a bunch of voice actors, but I myself am really not, like, I don't do.
Ain't that a mood?
Yeah. Like, I think from what I've noticed of how I talk with her, she talks lower, but that's about all. She speaks lower, and that's about all I've got for her thus far.
Yeah, this is still all a very new
Yeah,
kind
like,
of, thing.
yeah, she's existed for, like, you know, a couple hours.
Oh no. I meant the other character. The
Oh, Anna?
Yeah.
She got something higher pitched. I think she actually ended up with the voice I ended up using for Sybil. I only have so many voices. I have Kristen's higher register, and I have my lower register, and then I have Goggles, Squeaks. I don't really...
So you're high register.
Yeah, well, Goggles, Squeaks are a very specific kind of higher register. So the problem with this is, like, the white kinda works, but there's no way you can get away with wearing white pants while being a space pirate.
Not with that attitude.
They'd get so
Right?
dirty.
Ooh,
Not with that attitude.
Just constantly has to
Just
get...
make it out of a material that. Sorry.
You're good.
I was just gonna say, make it out of a material that deflects moisture.
Ooh.
Your pants always say miraculously white. That's the space part. I mean, this works.
Actually, yeah,
The
that looks really good.
Oof.
Hmm.
I didn't mean to
Uh-oh.
put this
wrong
on a
layer.
different layer. Yeah.
Use the layer, Kristen.
Wrong layer! Just,
Why do we even have that layer?
I mean, I kinda... I'm just trying to decide, like, I mean, if it's a lighter gray, that helps, like, balance her out. Because before, the darker gray made her too dark. Let's see here.
Is Alex the one that's on the Internet Remix account right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell because he's not using capital letters.
Yeah. You can usually tell who's running the account. I mean, mean, granted, Alex does sometimes capitalize, but you can really tell if it's me because I always use proper punctuation.
We have two gangs here in IR. We have those who actually use proper spelling and punctuation, and those who are wrong. Love you.
I
Hey
mean,
man.
you know,
Hey man.
I feel like if you don't have the energy and you're not like doing something professional, it's fine.
Listen, I'm not being graded for every Discord message that I write, so I have every right to use no caps and improper grammar.
Exactly.
You could be casual.
You are correct. However, I am being graded by myself, and that is an issue for me. So
Stop being your own
That
teacher.
sounds like a you
No,
problem.
no, make me.
I will.
No, get away
Be kind to yourself.
from me. Ah,
Here, don't worry, I'll hold him down. Steal
no,
his
no,
kneecaps.
leave me
All right,
alone.
I'm gonna
No,
see the
stop.
teacher
Get
out
his
of him.
knee.
No.
Oh no, stop, don't do it.
Must liberate Scott from himself.
We must liberate Scott from himself.
Did you get his kneecaps?
Get his kneecaps.
Why the kneecaps? Why is it always the fucking kneecaps?
It's either that or the ankles.
Either way, you're not walking.
If you had to choose between losing both of your arms or both of your legs, which would you pick? I know which Kristen would pick.
What the
My legs.
leg?
I know.
Legs.
Who needs
I'd
legs?
rather do my legs because I can't quite use them anyway. Hey! No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Both
They're
options
actually
sound
fine, I
absolutely
promise.
terrible.
I mean, both
They're
sound
all
horrible,
terrible.
but like,
But I could
I
live.
like using my hands, thank you.
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
We know,
It-
Carl.
Shut the fuck up, Queen.
It's not IR after dark yet, Queen.
No.
It pretty
Fine.
much is for me. It's almost 3 in the morning.
that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
I mean, prosthetic legs are easier to use than prosthetic arms,
They
I assume.
are. They are.
Because I could still use the legs, but like the hands.
The hands are require a little bit more fine motor control.
I'd honestly be more concerned, regardless of which body part. I'd be more concerned about like phantom pains or whatever. Those sound like they hurt like a bitch.
Mm.
I mean, you'd have phantom pains regardless of what you lost.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of what you chose to lose.
I'm already used to leggy pain, so oh well. Rip my legs.
Oh,
Okay, bye-bye.
no. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact about me, I fractured my hip in high school, so
Oh.
hooray, I never got like proper physical therapy after that, so my joints kind of suck.
No, that's unfortunate.
Dude, I'm sorry about that, dude.
That's fine. I'm pretty okay, like, but I get that like if it gets too cold, then my joints are like, hey, you want to not work?
You
Mm-hmm.
want to die?
You wanna
We
die?
can do that.
Oh, hey. That shy guy says, but consider, no legs means an excuse to mechanically engineer yourself a pair of sick-ass robot spider legs.
Hell yeah.
That's the
I
spirit.
do like the idea of having sick-ass robot spider legs.
That's what I'm talking about.
It would be loud if I walked. Scott would, Scott would cross the room.
It would be loud if I walked. Still out here thinking about the real problems.
Yeah, but then you'd be able to partake in the spider dance.
We're just doing all the callbacks this evening.
Yeah.
The very first Undertale the musical song I listened to.
Hey.
Spoder dance?
Yeah.
Border dance.
And then I didn't
I
actually
listened
listen
to
to
his
anything else.
dogs
Like, yeah.
approaching.
I can't remember which one I listened to
Aw.
first. Though honestly, the one that made me really love the musical was Dogs Approaching.
Like so many people scene about dogs approaching, and dogs approaching is the one that like.
I'm like, it makes. Yeah! Dogs Approaching is the one that really sold me on it, like, actually being, like, a musical and not just, you know, the standard lyric sizing of songs. It's like, oh my god, this is so good.
I don't
Dogs
remember
Approaching
which one
was the first thing I drew for Undertale the musical.
You did good art on
It
it.
was very good,
One of
too.
your best works, I think.
Oh, thank you. That was so
I-
long ago, God.
I remember the first one I listened to, and you might be saying, Scott, that's cheating. You were in the musical. And I'd be saying, you're right. But I listened to the sample tracks before we sang them, so it's okay. And by that, I remember the first one I listened to was Death by Glamour, and that was what sold me on this whole project in the first place. So,
Nice.
You know which one was the first one I came across? Your Best Nightmare. And Xander didn't even show it to me. I just found it on my own.
Excellent.
And then we met up later, and I was like, wait, that was you?
well, shit.
Surprise!
Surprise! I'm your sleep paralysis demon.
God. That was the same with me in Tex. Like, I joined Lemon Light, and it took me 5 months to realize that Tex was in there.
But see, like, it was the souls at the end of it singing together that really made it for me, because I got goosebumps of like, okay, this is some good shit.
It's some good shit. It is factually some good shit. Hi,
I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but hi.
Hi.
You guys did a good job.
Wait, Scott, did you sing as one of the souls, or?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
the yellow one.
Yeah.
Who's
I was
Justice?
Justice.
That was the first time I ever heard your voice, and you did a great job.
Because I actually think it was your voice in specific that really triggered the goosebumps. I just
Absolutely.
remember there was this lower voice that just went ham.
I think that'd be the one. It was both him and Darby that go like real
Darby
ham
was
for that
incredible.
one.
Darby's
Darby
always
was fucking great, yeah.
I can't remember if it was Scott or Darby, or maybe it was both of them. I really don't know. I haven't listened to it in a while.
They were actually the same person.
There was
I
a
can't
really
believe
good
Darby and Scott are the same person.
There was a really good singer in Undertale the musical. I can't remember what his name is. I think it was like Steel or something. I don't know. But he played
you.
Sans, and I remember he was a really fucking good character. But yeah, I don't know what he's up to right now. But,
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what happened.
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
He seems like a really cool guy, right?
Yeah, he's alright.
Yeah, he's alright.
Wait, guys, Alex remembers the first Undertale the musical track he listened to. Which one was it?
What was it? Please
Oh,
enlighten
no.
me.
I'm curious, which one was it that he like put together? I gotta ask him.
Well, after he gives his answer, Tara has a good question.
Oh no, I think he's
I think he's dead.
Oh no,
I
not
can't believe Steel is
Steel.
fucking dead.
No.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Not
Steel.
Steel.
Steel freezing
Seriously?
can't be true.
That's a tragedy. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
It sounds like
Steel!
it's
Please
Steel.
don't
Oh, no.
fly!
Sometimes I can still
Hear his voice.
Alright, who wants to start practicing necromancy? We gotta bring the boy back.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Where's the Necronomicon?
It's laying on hands.
Wait a minute.
Necromancer says.
Dawn, doesn't your fucking cleric know Revivify?
Yeah? Do I look like I have, what, 300 or 400 gold on me?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, you're wrong.
Consider we all chip in.
Don, I thought you were a pirate. Shouldn't you have gold at your disposal?
I spent it reviving other people, and now I have to go steal more gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
All right.
Oh heck.
So the rescue might take a little bit. I just gotta go find an unsuspecting rich town.
Well,
and
you've got
just
1 minute.
make
Make it quick.
All right, here we go. Pirate speedrun, let's go.
Gotta go fast. So Tara asks, is there any particular fanfic trope that's immediate turnoff? Many.
Uh,
Time to
I
open
don't
up
read
TV
many
tropes.
fanfics, so this is up to you guys.
It's been a while since I've read fanfiction. Like, for me, honestly, just in general, like, I prefer fanfics where characters, like, you know, act like how I perceive them to act in canon. So this isn't really a trope as much as if it's, like, too wild of a canon divergence, I'm usually not interested. Because when I go in for fanfiction, usually what I want is, like, character dynamics that I want, like, more of, or more of the characters interacting, basically. But because I want more of the characters interacting, basically I want, what's something that has the same flavor as the thing I just enjoyed?
Does it have to be for fan fiction, or can it just be for media in general?
I think we're talking fanfic tropes specifically currently, but...
Okay.
For me, it's when... I don't know how best to describe this, but I remember I was really into, back in the day, I was really into Hunger Games fanfictions where, like, YouTubers were the people who were playing, because I was 15 and a self-insert and all that shit. But one of the fanfics I really got into, but then immediately pissed me off, was where the main girl was shipping herself with Joey Graceffa, and I knew they were going to get together because it literally just played by the original book anyway. But whereas they were talking kind of like, you know, normal humans before, every time they got into any sort of love conversation, it would be like, what was her name? I think it was like Jenny or something. It was like, Jenny, I love you so much. And if the sun sets and the world is never bright again, then I will still love you. Like, it would be shit like that. And it's just like, can you just talk like a normal person and tell her you love her?
So that's done.
Not making
Stop!
Making wolves
I'm
into the
so
villains.
tired.
Oh,
I'm
miscommunication! You mentioned miscommunication, Joe. I hate the, like, big liar revealed twist that happens, like, constantly. I hate that. I hate the general, like, miscommunication, like, romantic comedy trope. Just hate it.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm okay with the miscommunication if it's something silly. If it's something serious, then I have a freaking problem with it.
Yeah.
If it's just something about, oh wait, which color was it supposed to be, then it, you can giggle at it. But if it's over
Was
something
it a
serious
dash
in a
of salt or a
relationship...
How much salt did I need to put in this? A dash or a dish?
Oh, yeah, but yeah, serious miscommunication is like... The entire time, I'm just like cringing while watching it. It's like, guys, just talk.
If you could solve the
talk to each
problem
other.
in 5
Minutes
seconds
by
by
just...
saying the thing,
Well, in general,
yes.
because, like, if the relationship starts with miscommunication, you know, or, like, lying, that's a bad vibe.
Yikes.
I mean, I like it when it falls apart in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in, like, if the entire point of the story is, like, hey, that's, like, not a good foundation for a relationship, and then they, like, reconcile afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, like,
That's...
I don't know, a lot of my likes are problematic.
I mean,
That's okay.
same hat.
I mean, like, you have to have a very specific breed and just, like, where to put the miscommunication for it to work. If it's just all about the miscommunication and creating drama without any sort of resolution, it just leaves you wanting, and you're like...
Like, I hate I'm not a fan of the, like, I overheard you say something and then left before you finished
Oh
kind of
my
thing.
god, I hate that!
It's so frustrating!
Like, I kind of want to write a thing where a character, instead of, like, being shocked and walking away, they, like, bust in the room and immediately, like, say something about it, and then it's just like, wait, hold on.
You see,
when I was saying I hate this ugly thing and can't wait to dump it, I was talking about my couch, not you, Emily.
Oh my god. I remember Gravity Falls did that, and that was one of the few times where I was like, come on, Gravity Falls. You can do better than this.
I
You're
have
better
certain
than
writing
this.
issues with Gravity Falls, just in general, but like mostly they have to do with Mabel. But
Oh, Mabel.
Oh, Mabel.
I'm
Onwards
sorry,
and
she is selfish, and the
No,
show
I
doesn't
agree.
call her out for it.
I agree. I completely agree.
I do not have the energy to start getting into Gravity Falls discourse.
We're not gonna get into
Okay,
discourse. I
okay.
said my piece. I'm done. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have any fanfic tropes that turn me off immediately, mostly because I admittedly don't read a lot of fan fiction. That said, just general tropes. Comedy is subjective. We all have different tastes and different perspectives. And usually I'm pretty accepting of most kinds of humor, but I just cannot stand cringe comedy. And I don't understand why it's still used to this day, especially in like comedy movies and TV shows, because it's like, Schadenfreude, It's funny because he's making an embarrassment of himself, but no, no, that's not funny. If anything, I just feel worse for him. Stop doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching SpongeBob with my brother yesterday, 2 days ago, and they played some old episodes and then they played some recent episodes, and you could kind of see like how things had changed. Like a lot of SpongeBob right now is pain equals funny, and a lot of the stuff that happens with Squidward, like whereas Squidward used to at least have done something to instigate the problem,
Mhm,
now
mhm.
now they just kind of ruin his stuff, and he's
Now
just
he's
trying
just
to
a
live his
butt
life.
maker, yeah.
I always felt
Like
so
the
bad for
episode
Squidward, honestly.
we were watching the real estate episode, and the thing about
Oh
Opposite Day,
god,
which is
yeah.
no, the thing about Opposite Day is that it had Squidward left SpongeBob alone in the first place and not lied to him and said it was Opposite Day, the problem wouldn't have happened. So
Mm-hmm.
Squidward at least instigated that. But the episode that I watched after that was from a later season, Squidward was just like, I'm gonna go on vacation for a little bit. Somebody else is gonna be watching my house. Please don't bother them. It turns out the person was Man Ray, but Man Ray really was on vacation. He wasn't doing anything. And SpongeBob and Patrick felt the need to like meddle in his stuff, and they end up destroying Squidward's house. And I'm just like, I'm like, am I supposed to find this funny that Squidward's house has been destroyed? because I don't. All he wanted was to go on vacation, and all Man Ray wanted was to go on vacation. It's not fun.
See, I thought you were talking about a completely different real estate episode. I thought you were talking about the one where they're like, oh god, I think it was like Squilliam has like his house on like that fancy something or other, and then Squidward's tries to one up him by showing off his house, and then it just goes into torture porn, and it was like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it's the episode where he like loses a toenail at some point.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
What?
did not
on
like that.
earth?
I don't like torture porn either. I really we don't need to see close-ups of people getting like that kind of pain and discomfort. Stop like you know what kind of like close-ups I liked? I liked the ones where it was like just
Slightly
what's
uncanny.
slight uncanny, like the does this look unsure to you face, like that was funny, or the
Mm-hmm.
nasty patty, that was funny, but that is just going too far.
God, we also ended up watching an episode of SpongeBob that was just pure. We want to make gross faces, like the episode where they were just like, you'll get the face freeze if you keep making funny faces, and they kept making funny faces that weren't all that funny. They were actually really gross, and their faces froze that way. And then like Sandy like tried to massage their faces out of it, which ended up in like different faces. And then Patrick's face got stuck, and then Mr. Krabs' face got stuck, and then Squidward's face got stuck, and it was just kind of like, That was the entire episode, and I was just like, oh god, I kind of hate this.
It sounds like a waste of however long the episode was.
Yeah. I remember, like, watching SpongeBob when it first came out, and, like, you know, I was the weird kid who, I empathized with Squidward so much more than SpongeBob. I was like, these guys are really obnoxious! He's just trying to make his self-portraits! He's
yes, bold and brash.
bold and brash!
More like belongs in the trash.
He's just trying to make bold and
Me with all my
brash!
art.
I really need to get a print of Bold and Brash.
I mean, it's probably because Squidward's the sensitive and artistic type that you related
Yes,
to him.
exactly.
It's kind of strange how, well, it's not strange at all, but it's interesting how the more you grow up, or the more that we grow up, it's like we sympathize more with Squidward, you know, the more adult-like figure, than when we did when we were younger, and we were more on the side of SpongeBob and Patrick, who are
Is this your
definitely-
childhood's heroes class coming out, Scott?
Yes, it is.
I was like, you're using very academic language here.
It's true, though. It's so true.
No, it's true. Like, okay, I never identified with SpongeBob and Patrick. I always identified more with Sandy, but that's because, like, I was
Okay.
Sandy, so...
Mhm.
like, And Sandy also got, like, her fair share of, like, SpongeBob and Patrick being... Here's the thing about... SpongeBob, like, got... I guess I'll call it Cosmo Syndrome, even though SpongeBob probably, like, got it first. SpongeBob kind of got Cosmo Syndrome in the fact of, like, he used to be at least semi-competent, and so did
Yeah.
Patrick, actually.
SpongeBob was
over
once
time,
very competent. Like, that was part of the point, was that he was actually
Yeah.
quite competent at several things, boating school aside, wherein he was destined to never, ever get his boating
Yeah.
license,
But we
ever.
accepted that because that was his kryptonite.
Yes.
So.
Do you
But...
guys remember that one episode where he tried to be normal?
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, I
Why,
do.
I'm normal.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful
my-
weather we're having today.
Oh my god.
Sly Guy just mentioned why, like, Band Geeks is such a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because it's
Squidward
literally
comes out
perfect.
on top at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
In general, if you have a show where a character is always a butt monkey, it actually does not take long for me to be, like, genuinely annoyed that the character constantly has bad shit happen to them.
You want to know why, and that's a good point. You want to know why, the Warner Brothers cartoon. Part of the reason the Warner Brothers cartoons were so fun, it's because Bugs Bunny wasn't always the winner. Sometimes you had, oh fuck, I already forgot. What
Elmer
the
Fudd.
Elmer Fudd. Thank you. Sometimes Elmer Fudd came up on top. They were always like trading blows with one another. It's not always one-sided.
Yeah. Oh man, so I was talking about another pet peeve of mine is crossover fics were four more completely separate universes, because, like, every time they're written, it's clear they're only crossing over for quantity over quality. I'm like, yeah, oh my god. There's, like, the ones that have, like, 40 different fandoms that update constantly and take up so much space based on tags alone. God, I hate those! I'm like, stop it! You're taking up space in the tag! Like, whenever those happen, I'm like, listen, I'm glad that you're, like, writing your truth or whatever, but also, like, who is this for?
For me.
Okay, well, good for you, but I'm looking for some very specific fan fiction, and you're making it even harder than it already was to find it.
I had a friend that, like, crossed over, like, every cartoon that they had, and he had, like, this very, like, in-depth story about it. But it was also, like, he'd been writing it since he was, like, a kid, so of course it's just a thing that he thought was super cool as a kid, and it's just... It's one of those things where, like, and I'm also thinking of those Tumblr trends, like, I already mentioned in chat, Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons, and Stephen Falls Over.
Stephen Falls Over.
Excuse me?
Stephen Falls Over was a very good one.
What is this?
It's a crossover
Steven
between
Universe,
Steven Universe Gravity, Falls and Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, that's very
That's a good
Oh,
one.
and then there was a Cartoon Rompus, which was like a Danganronpa crossover with a whole bunch
That
of...
is beautiful.
Cartoon Rompus was actually something that I followed religiously because it was just like... Because like in the Danganronpa universe, it makes kind of sense to have all these characters that are from different like worlds, so to speak, have to interact in this one. Like, it makes sense because they're all into different things, and that's just how Danganronpa works. So I was Cartoon Rompus had like a really good storyline up until it just stopped updating, and that made me sad.
Oh. Have you checked recently?
I did actually. I checked a few weeks ago. That's why I remembered it existed.
That's just
Like I was going through my old blog and I was like, "What is Cartoon Rompus?" And I clicked it and was like, "Oh, because Bill Cipher was like the Monokuma of the."
Of course he was.
Makes sense.
Of course he was.
Makes sense.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, you can't make a deal with Monokuma.
I don't think they like it. It was weird. Like Cartoon Rompus was because they crossed over Motor. It was all cartoons that people don't really talk about now. It was like Motor City, Juniper Lee, Dude That's My Ghost. Yeah, Motor City, Juniper Lee, Dude That's My Ghost. They had Danny Phantom in there. They had American Dragon Drake Long in there. They had Shizao in there, which I completely forgot Shizao existed until
Just
I
now.
name Motor City, but I don't think I've actually seen it.
Oh god, Motor City was this action, and it had Randy Cunningham in it. But Motor City was
Are you
this action.
serious?
Yes, I am serious. It had Randy Cunningham in it.
That's beautiful.
I loved Randy Cunningham. That's where my username came from, my dude.
Huh.
Hey, there's a Kyle in the chat.
Hello, Kyle.
Yo,
Hey, Kyle.
Hi,
Kyle.
Kyle.
I like how we left shipping and then I mentioned Juniper Lee and Jake Long, and suddenly, like, it's just like, oh yeah, by the way! God, I haven't seen you in a while, Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, Kyle.
A while, Kyle.
A while, Kyle.
God.
In
Fucking
a while, Crocodile.
friggin' Darby was streaming today, and I keep getting confused now because like we've got this Kyle here, then we've got Kyle on MOTI, and then Darby's friend came into the chat who was also called Kyle.
Oh
and
my
I'm just like,
God.
no.
Oh,
There's so many Kyles.
Too many Kyles. Too many Kyles.
Too many Kyles. Almost as many Steves. Almost as many Steves.
They're
Too many
multiplying.
Jakes.
Kyles and Steves.
Too
Kyles
many
and
Jakes.
Jake the Snake.
Oh man. What was I gonna? I was gonna say his thing, and my brain is. Never mind. It's gone. It's gone. Fuck it. Oh well. I'm just gonna keep drawing.
Jim.
Keep drawing Jericho. After this, I'm gonna draw her with her hair down.
Yo. No.
Do it.
Oh
Do it.
gosh. Yes, do it.
Great. Well, because I think her eyes have like a cool like ring in them or something. Because that's the one thing that can be cool and spacey. But
I only have so many ovaries, Kristen.
well, I've got bad news for your ovaries. Then I'm about to fucking wreck them.
God, I love Space Undyne so much.
I love her too.
Space Undyne is great.
As soon as I decided I was just gonna commit to her being Space Undyne, the better I was for it. Cause I really like Space Undyne. Here I was like, maybe I won't be in this campaign, but I can't not be in the campaign now, cause I gotta be Space Undyne.
Gotta be Space Undyne.
You gotta be Space Undyne.
Space.
Time to let Jericho his queen's list.
God. We were watching a movie during Bad Movie Night, and they started saying my real name repeatedly in the movie, and I started.
I
thinking,
remember that! You were like DMing me like that!
I was DMing Kristen like they better stop. It's such an uncommon name too. Like,
Yeah, it was really
it doesn't
weird.
just pop up like that.
Same.
You better stop, bitch, stop.
What movie was this?
I'm not gonna say because then it'll be really easy to figure
You
out.
know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Completely fair.
Valid.
Oh, look at that. She got those crazy eyes.
She got crazy eyes. Yeah.
It was her. She was the mastermind the whole time.
Oh, how is she a space pirate? She's got glowy eyes and a pink space sword. That's how.
Captain,
Yes, Compass.
I think we need to get you to see some medical attention.
Why?
You look rather unhinged.
What? No!
Sometimes we unhinged.
Oh no no
That's
no!
amazing.
Those are my crazy eyes. When I have to be intimidating in a bar. It's very important.
I feel like your presence alone kind of scares everyone off, Captain.
I do not. I will have you know, I'm a very friendly individual. I'm welcoming and kind and friendly and
Negative.
Oh. Oh.
Could you at least not undermine me while I'm talking to the rest of the crew? Like, I'm not asking for much. I don't feel like I'm asking for that much. Like, we just need to maintain, like, a united front. Like, I'm not asking for much here. Just a united front.
Negative. Negative.
Alright, go ahead, Compass. What's your freaking definition of friendly?
I'm sorry.
Queen, question.
Searching.
Why do you place so many you know what? Finish this quickly.
Searching for a definition of friendly. Friendly, meaning kind and pleasant, or denoting something that is adapted for or is not harmful to a specified thing.
I am all of those things. You just described me. See, there you go.
Negative.
Wow.
You know,
Love that.
I came out here to have a good time, and I am honestly feeling so attacked right now.
Hey, well, I like a person with standards, you know.
Captain, there are no weapons being pointed at you right now.
Only your words, Compass.
Compass does not understand social cues. It literally doesn't. It literally runs on nothing but logic.
Facts over feelings, am I right, folks?
Cannot relate. Why do you play so many fucking Scottish characters?
I do
Because she
not
likes
play
doing a
so many.
Scotsman accent.
I played 2. The first one isn't even that Scottish. God, because I considered making him Irish, but then I was like, I can't because Una's Irish. Shut up.
Shut up, Space Percy!
Shut up, Space Percy!
I will find a way just for that to make a cameo in this game.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I was gonna make Ace have a friend
Wait.
called Percy just for that joke.
Wait, no, wait. And then, when I leave the session, you can say, "See ya, space cowboy."
See ya, Space Cowboy.
Well, my definition of friendship is, if you can get fucking wasted with them, then I count that as a good friendship.
Great, let's get a drink.
Ah, now you're talking, Jerry.
Don't call me
Now
that.
you're speaking my language. What?
No, it's good.
This is great.
Yes. Yeah.
So how does...
Okie doke. I forgot what I was going to say next.
Go back to mining, you space wheat.
Go back to mine in your space wheat. What?
What?
Negative.
I don't know.
Mining your space wheat?
Who is she even Who is he even talking to?
I'm reading what Kyle put.
Negative.
Oh, I see. Space.
There is
Percy.
no space wheat.
I mean, there
Oh,
is,
that-
but you don't mine it. It's wheat.
You'd harvest it.
Exactly.
Affirmative.
Wheat.
Wheat.
You know,
You know-
we keep saying wheat, but like I'm thinking of an image wheat. I'm thinking of an image that did you see the drawing that someone did of Darby as Chell and Queen as Wheatley?
I did,
What?
yes.
I want
I-
to see.
I need this in my life now.
I'll go pick
What?
it up. Here it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down. I need to post it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
love
that's
it.
awesome.
Wheatley.
Wheatley.
I'm not sure how undercuts work when you've got this much hair.
Oh my god. And you need to read this.
I like to think Compass will slowly get sassy with their definitions as the campaign goes on, like defining reckless, 1, acting with little regard to the well-being of yourself or those around you, as well as Captain Jericho after having another drink and thinking it'd be totally fine to drive through an asteroid belt and feel his full speed just to see what would happen.
I mean, that sounds like a good time to
You're
me.
you're not wrong. 100%. She's also not a good pilot at all. Compass does all the flying, so.
I just realized if I did that, wouldn't I kind of be pulling a couple things from 5 from Skyward Sword? A very robotic and logical being that slowly learns emotions and actually becomes have a bit more of a personality.
So what? I mean, that's just sort of a common AI trope. That's not exactly like stealing from
Fair.
anything.
Oh, I just
Fair
realized
enough.
how her hair probably works.
Huh?
So it's probably shaved on both sides, and she like tends to brush a bang in the front to like a certain extent, but she
Yeah.
pulls back the into the ponytail. I'm sorry, I was thinking about it, and I was like, you mentioned how does your hair work when you have an undercut like this, and I was like, I had an undercut. What did I do?
I'm like, so is it visible when her, like, I would almost say probably not. Like, this part's shaved.
Yeah.
She has more hair than makes logical sense. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Space!
Well, like, if it's shaved in kind of like a mohawkish kind of sense, but it's pulled back, like with how it falls, it would be like you wouldn't notice it was a mohawk initially. Maybe I'll just draw it.
So are we talking, like, basically, like, so if her hair's down, it would be, like,
If her hair's down, it's probably gonna fall to like a
one side, yeah.
Yeah. Hot.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
would
makes
it, like,
sense.
wait, would it cover an eye or something?
I mean, it already basically covers an eye.
Yeah, that is hot. That's kind of my aesthetic, I'll admit, I won't lie.
It's fine, I made her to be hot.
I just have a thing for, like, the hair, like, the bang covering the eye. I don't know.
It does look cool.
I mean, it's a really good aesthetic.
It really
Correct.
is. It can both look really cool and really cute at the same time.
Agreed!
God, how long is your hair, Jerry? Very long! Oh, Urban Fantasy AU is my weakness, for sure. Like,
Urban fantasy?
just anything that's like sort of like a modern day setting with like magic and stuff. Like Harry Potter is
Okay.
technically urban fantasy.
Would you count Earthbound under that?
probably. I don't know enough about Earthbound to comment on this, so.
I would say yes, personally.
Okay. I haven't played any of the games, but I know enough about the series to say, like, you know, I think this would be it. Sly Guy says Percy Jackson is textbook urban fantasy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Awesome as foul.
Awesome.
Did that movie ever come out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible.
Aww.
Yeah, all the reviews I saw were pretty bad, and I think Alex showed us, like, a clip from it, and it was pretty absurd looking.
I never read the books as a kid, but a lot of my classmates did. And they were like, you'd be super into this if you read it, and I'm like, I know, but then I read Pendragon like an idiot, and then nobody was in the Pendragon. Well, everybody in the school was in the Pendragon, but, like, you don't see them making movies out of Pendragon, so...
Alas.
I started rereading Pendragon the other day, and I was just like, man, you know how weird it is when you get older and, like, all the characters you used to read about were older than you,
And
now you're older than them, and then you're just like, oh my god, you're such a baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you read it and you're just like, wow, you really were a kid with kid problems.
Yeah, I saw this thing that was like me when I was 9 watching a Disney Channel original movie. Why won't her parents let her do the thing? She's 13. That's practically an adult. Me now reading about like 17-year-olds and Percy Jackson or whatever. Oh my god, you're children. You're babies.
God, like, people often, okay, no, but whenever Little Mermaid comes up and people are just like, bro, why don't you like The Little Mermaid? I'm just like, because Ariel is a child, and I feel as I can't get past her, like, being like, daddy's being mean. I can't get past it.
I bet you up
Daddy
on
was
land
right.
they don't
Daddy
reprimand
was
their
right.
daughters. I'm like, they do.
They
hun.
do.
I just remembering one line and it hurts. Just, I'm 16 years old. I'm not a child anymore. It's like, kiddo.
But here's the
Ariel,
thing: when you're
honey.
16, that's totally how you think.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
I look back at you guys are gonna get sick of me bringing up this fucking game subject, but I remember just looking back at fucking Sonic and be like, you're 15. It's like, why are you so impulsive? And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're 15. You're a fucking 15-year-old, and under any other circumstance, if you were an actual human being, you'd be fucking hormonal by this point.
Oh, apparently the issue with the Artemis Fowl movie was that they made him a good boy.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Why?
I think I've only read one Artemis Fowl book, and it was a long time ago, so I don't even remember the plot details. But he was supposed to be like this genius boy. Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Meh.
Yeah.
Oh god. And then the axe murderer came into my room and I screamed. Chapter 2. It wasn't an axe murderer. It was my dog bringing slippers. But then a gunshot towards me. Chapter 3. I lied.
Question: was Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark actually as scary as child me thought it was?
I never read it, so.
Never read it.
Oh god.
I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I've read the books.
I just remember there was one story where this girl like had this zit that just grew on her face, and then like when it popped, a whole bunch of spiders came out.
No.
And there was like an illustration next to it of the spiders crawling out of her face.
Okay, that's horrible on every level.
I think the illustrations that went with those books like really added to the creepy atmosphere, I think.
Oh, without a doubt.
God, what other? There was also, oh god, does anybody remember the Darren Shan like books? The The Vampire Apprentice, like, I don't remember. Cirque du Freak.
Yes,
Oh my god.
fiance loved those.
I read the manga instead of reading the actual books, and the manga fucked me up.
Same.
Like, I remember, like, obsessively grabbing every volume to the extent where the librarian, like, expected me to come in the next day. She was just like, oh, yeah, you're here to grab the next... I'm like, yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to read. I'm ready to read more about the Spider Boy.
Oh my god.
Neil's just fucking daring.
That thing when you're thinking about it and realize a character you've made is just a character you read about a very long time ago.
Looks at it. Oh, yeah, Spider Boy. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Spider Boy who has to leave his life behind because he got too obsessive about his spider obsession and became a vampire? That's the only difference. That's actually what got me into... That was the first, like, creepy thing I ever read, like, consistently, and I felt, like, ashamed almost.
Mm-hmm.
I want to reread it. It was good.
God, I'd say I don't really like creepy things, but, like, Animorphs is just nothing but nightmare fuel for, like, 50-plus books. So...
I love Animorphs.
I love Animorphs so much, and I will preach about how great the Animorphs books are until the day I die. I'd make a video about it, but somebody already made, like, a 4-hour-long rant about it. Thank God.
Well, that means you just need to make a longer rant about it.
It's true!
God, the only exposure I've had of Animorphs is speedruns of the video games.
Oh my god, the video games are garbage. You're missing out on what... Like...
Yeah. Oh boy.
Animorphs is probably, like, one of the first things that I would put on the list of, like, things that made Crime Straczynski. Like, it was really, really good, really strong, like, you know, musing on the concepts of war and PTSD. And, you know, empathizing with people. Also, there's a book where the characters turn into cows, and they go through a meatpacking plant, and it's pretty horrifying, and it was written by a ghostwriter, and the author was like, wow, you did not follow my brief at all. All of the Animorphs will now aggressively eat burgers at the end of this book. God. Animorphs is simultaneously very, very good, but also very, very 90s.
Yeah. And also very, very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
Didn't one kid get stuck as, like, a hawk or something?
Yeah, oh, yes! Oh, yeah. Tobias is the best character in the series.
Tobias is a good lad.
He's so good. Yeah, he gets stuck as a red-tailed hawk for, like... in the very first book, and then he's stuck as a red-tailed hawk and has to live as a red-tailed hawk for the rest of the series. Like, he has to, like, hunt and eat mice to live.
Mm-hmm.
At first, he was trying to just eat regular, like, cooked meat and stuff, but then his hawk instinct took over, and then he killed and disemboweled a mouse, and this was spoken of very descriptively, and then he had a whole mental breakdown about it. This was book 3.
Yep.
And then, you know, down the line, he gets his power to morph back, but the way he gets his power to morph back is this cool trickster god called the Elemist gives him his power back, but it's like he has to acquire himself from the past, and then it's like, if you want to be human again, you'll have to give up your power to morph forever. But it turns out Tobias actually probably wanted to be a hawk, maybe, because his regular life was so miserable. He was very complicated and edgy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the Chronicles books were the best ones. Especially Hork-Bajir Chronicles. Really good.
Ooh, yeah.
I see the Animorphs books at the school library at a private Christian school that my mom teaches at. And I just remember seeing the covers, I'm like, what is this? What is... and I'm just like, kind of think it's like, this is fascinating. I just listen to this, I'm like, they actually put that in the freaking private Christian school, and this one is This one's pretty uptight and tries to be all nice and clean. I'm just like, okay. This is a surprise.
I remember with the Animorphs books, I bought like a couple of them from the book fair, but I never read them. I would just obsessively flip the pages and watch them animate at the bottom.
Well, that's half the fun.
It was half the
I
fun.
remember I didn't read a single Animorphs book despite owning 3 of them out of order.
Yep.
I had to have stolen many Animorphs books from the library. Unintentionally. I just never returned them. And they're just mine now. I didn't have the concept of thievery when I was a child, but here we are.
We're still listening to space music, I just realized.
Yep. It's been
And it's
facing.
Space.
Still on hardcore.
Still just so
Space.
hardcore.
I love space.
I want to give her.
Epic.
I want to give her a cool like sleeve tattoo, but I'm trying to work out what.
Yo. Do it.
I just gotta work out like what.
It's a cloud.
I mean, a cloud. A cloud is for sure gonna be in it because I like clouds, and also because I really like the sleeve tattoo that Jinx has from League of Legends. It's cool looking. But I'm just trying to think of like, burbs maybe. How many burb motifs can Kristen fit into all of her characters? So many birds.
Like birds.png.
I like birds and I like reptiles.
Yeah. It's because they're great.
Birds are kind of reptiles, aren't they?
Correct.
Yes.
Affirmative.
Birds are kind of like descendant from like they have a similar like build. They're closer
Descendants
overall.
of dinos.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love drawing dinosaurs. Dinosaurs and birds were the first things I learned. It was like dinosaurs, birds, crocodiles, lizards. That was my big thing. And then dragons, of course, because really that's just combining all of those.
You know, sometimes I think about the fact that I learned to draw animals before I learned to draw people, and yet I, like, don't draw animals
I
at all
mean,
now.
same hat, like... I drew exclusively animals until I hit about, like, 11, 12. Really around when I started getting into Pokemon and Digimon, because, you know, then you also want to draw yourself as a Pokemon trainer or a Digimon or a Digidestined, and then it's all anime from there.
Well, it's like what happened with me is that, like, I would only draw animals, like, I would draw wolves and foxes and stuff, and, like, and I would draw, and I had, like, a book about how to draw animals, so I would draw, like, the other animals in there, all the animals in there, and then I'd be like, yeah, this is just what I do now, is I draw animals. And then, like, what happened is that, like, I got into Sonic. And I was really into Sonic, and what I ended up doing was that I made, like, these magical girls in the Sonic universe that were, like, all, like, different animals.
Excellent.
But they had, like, more human proportions because, like, anthro stuff at the time.
Yep.
So it was just like, I don't remember when I made the transition into drawing people. I think it was Shaolin Showdown that made me, like, have to learn how to draw people.
Shaolin Showdown.
And I thought fan art was illegal at that point, so, like...
I mean...
Fan art is illegal.
Well, because it was the 2000s. We'd just come off the 90s where, like, the whole, like, what was that woman's name that had, like, the
Anne Rice?
The whole thing. Anne Rice. Like, I didn't know about Anne Rice, but, like, I had been, like, told, like, horror stories up to that point, I believe, probably. So I was just like, oh, I don't want to break the law. I got to hide all this, but I want to draw fan art.
That fluffy.
So I would draw and write fan fiction of, like, Shaolin Showdown stuff.
Aww.
and I would draw and write fanfic of Sonic stuff, and then like I had like this little Mickey Mouse doll, like, and I would like play not Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, it was House of Mouse. Like I had like a giant pickle jar that like was empty, and I had like a House of Mouse like doll of Mickey that was small enough to fit in there. So I would like take all my small toys and make like a House of Mouse, and I would put on like a little comedy show.
Oh.
It's just... I don't know where this tangent was going.
It's okay.
It was a cute tangent.
I appreciate Bro Dingle's content.
Yes,
Yes.
I approve.
Okay, so let's... maybe just...
Approved.
God, this music's really dramatic.
Right?
Yes.
It's much more dramatic than our discussion.
I
Also-
recently finished a space D&D game, and space music is just an aesthetic. It was so nice.
It's good. It's a good aesthetic. I like me some space stuff. Said the person who like has only enjoyed like 2 space things.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that for some reason their brain shuts off when
I
it comes
just
to
don't-
space.
Like, I kept trying to like Star Wars, but I just never liked Star Wars. Like, I like Rey because I think it's like I think if the current Star Wars had come out when I was a kid, I might have been more into it because like Rey is cool and baby me would have been like cool girl with sword, so I might have liked it then. But I just never liked it. Star Trek super doesn't interest me. Like, I really like Firefly, but Firefly is, like, barely a space... It's barely a space thing.
I just hear space, and for some reason my brain just goes like, oh wow, I just don't care. It's a vast empty void.
Mhm.
But like I think the only space things I liked were, you know what, Symbiotic Titan doesn't count because it takes place mostly on Earth. It would be Voltron Legendary Defender, which is the like only space thing I liked, and I liked it up until like, and I liked it until they got back to Earth, ironically.
Whoops.
I was like, nope, go back to space.
I want to say real quick that Star Wars legitimately has an interest in the universe, but the movies do a horrible job at portraying that. I actually prefer the comics for Star Wars.
I've had a lot of people tell me that, like, basically the auxiliary Star Wars stuff is better than, like, the primary Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
But I just...
I heard The Mandalorian was
Yeah.
like good for people that also don't like space.
Yeah. Like, I liked Rogue One, which also is extremely uneven, but I'm a real sucker for, like, tragic and then everybody died stories.
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, I know I've really kept that under wraps. God. I saw Rogue One shortly after I got fired from my day job, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm crying this hard because I'm really empathizing with the characters, but I'm just very emotional right now because my entire life changed recently.
Or a little of both.
Little of both.
Ooh, both.
Yes, official Warbaker Steel is here in call.
Yeah.
That's like the 3rd time you've asked that.
I meant to. Oh, I should have put him in the Who's Here thing. I didn't do that.
I'm not actually here.
Are any of us really here?
It's just you're just imagining him. The war ended years ago. It's time to move on.
Wake up.
You know what? Let's do
Post-traumatic steel disorder.
Post-traumatic steel disorder.
Oh god, no, it took Xander a while to get me into D&D because, like, I don't like high fantasy.
Me either. Like, traditional D&D super doesn't interest me, to be honest. Like, that was probably one of the things that made, Tomb of Annihilation kind of a struggle for me. Like, whenever people tell me about, like, D&D builds, my brain just, like, shuts off.
I feel like the reason I've been liking Dragon Heist is because it's more of a political drama slash treasure hunt than it is like dealing with fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, the moment we start getting into like super high fantasy stuff, I immediately am gonna shut off, and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I feel that.
God, I'm the
And
opposite.
that's
Like,
fair.
that stuff really engages me.
Same though.
I just like playing games.
I just like to play games.
I just like to play games.
I'm just happy to be here, man.
Basically, you joke, but I mean,
So
that's
like,
me in a nutshell.
I'm reading what Alex just wrote down, and I'm just like, Alex, does it feel like that I'm saying I personally, like, for some reason cannot get into any of the things that you're super into? I feel so bad. Like, I don't feel bad, because it's just like people have different interests, but I also am just like, huh, that is an observation.
I mean, to be honest, in general, it's just kind of hard for me to get into stuff. Like, if I'm hyper-focused on a thing, my heart has no room.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're
Yeah.
implying that we're not allowed to... I mean, how dare you?
What?
Well,
My life must be an echo chamber at all times, guys. How dare you have different opinions than I do? I am going to leave this room and never return.
Okay, bye.
Fuck you, yeah.
Mm.
I miss you guys.
I came
I
right
miss my
back.
wife tails.
I miss my wife.
Miss
too.
my
I miss my wife.
I miss her a lot. God.
Me, I'm gonna write an action adventure that takes place in the future where they're super spies and they're gonna do all this stuff. Me, 2 years later, I'm just gonna write a slice of life romance that takes place in a high school.
That's okay. If that's what you want to make, then that's what you want to make.
Mm-hmm. Gonna write a high fantasy. I mean, write a spy fanfic 2 years later. I miss my wife.
I miss my wife tails.
God. I saw this really good tweet the other day saying, like, in D&D, just like, why is it that so many people kill off their wives? Why can't they just have divorce? It's a lot funnier.
Your wife
Because
is
then you
still
have to
out
pay-
there and she hates you.
Because then you have to pay alimony, and then that gets messy.
Do
don't
you
wanna
have to
do
pay
that.
fantasy alimony? That's the
I
real.
don't know. Hey Alex, do you have to pay fantasy alimony?
the real questions.
Is there a fantasy alimony?
Yes.
Pay
yes,
fantasy
there is.
alimony. You know what? I'll deal with that later.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to like look up cool tattoo references and work off of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I want it to have like some swirls and stuff, but like swirls and stuff.
What would send you into the heart of a dragon's lair, brave one? Divorce!
Divorce.
Divorce.
Dragon's like, oh, okay, I understand. Here. Have
Here.
some of this. This is all I can spare right now.
Everybody's like, but crazy. I'm a crazy big dragon. You're not as scary as my ex.
My ex still misses me.
But
Your aim is getting better.
It's funny because marriage is terrible.
No, you know what? That reminds me of a story. In one of the games I played for my campus last year before it got cancelled because of COVID, I was playing a version of Raxadal who was like an Eldritch Knight thing. And his story is that he was lawful evil, and he actually sent his wife off to an insane asylum because she had some issues, but they were definitely not insane, so it kind of sucked. But because he was lawful evil, there was a spur-of-the-moment session once where I didn't accidentally, but I ended up killing like 19 civilians who were brainwashed. So he got sent to court, and then all of his land was revoked, and they basically said the only way you can get this back is if you buy it back. So he decided, true lawful evil, was to take a book that somebody had given him and then republish it under his name and use the expenses from that to buy his land back. And I never know if he saved up enough because the last session we had ended with him getting a dog, and that was it.
Alas.
Beautiful. You know what? That's what we all need right now in this life.
A dog.
I'm going to head out early because my grandmother just called me, so I'm gonna say hi to her.
Okey-dokey.
Hi,
But
Dr.
it was
Grandmother.
wonderful seeing all of you. Good. If you guys see Steel, let him know that I said hi. I know he's still missing, but tell him it was wonderful getting to know him and that I love him bunches.
Yeah, I'll make sure to let him know. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, random citizen.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, good seeing you, man.
Yeah, definitely. Have a good one, Scott.
Thanks. Same to you. All right, take care, all.
Bye, bitch.
Bye.
Bye. Kristen, I did it.
You did it?
You
I
did
did
it!
it, Kristen.
What did you do?
I shared the Sailor Moon dip.
Yeah!
I'm gonna share it in the DMP server when we're done here.
Excellent. Good.
Oh no.
It's one of my favorite things I've ever drawn.
Excellent. Very good.
Wah, wah, what's new, pussycat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
I'm looking at this. It just looks like you're drawing murder.
I am!
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I couldn't work out what to do for, Jericho's tattoo, so I was like, this needs some references and we've only got 10 minutes. So I decided to default with Murder God.
Yeah, tattoo design is a little bit more.
Tattoo design is a
of
little
time
bit more difficult.
for me.
So
Flash.
you're giving her a tattoo of murder god.
No, I'm just. I felt like drawing, like. I don't get it to do enough time, like, messing with, like, the very back of, like, Murder God's haircut. I'm a real sucker for, like, you know, really short pixie cuts in the back. You have to understand, her hair is, like, it's, like, shaved to a point down at the back. It's not, like, that.
Yeah.
So. And, you know, I get if other people draw it with the little bit at the back. Like, I draw it like that sometimes, but that's not really, like... You know, I just think that looks cool. I had that sort of haircut for a while.
I mean, I like, I like the little diamond at the back because I feel like it makes a more interesting silhouette than what Duck Butt does.
Yeah, exactly. I thought you were drawing. It looks like you're just drawing Murder God. I am. Oh.
It's like, well, do I have news for you?
Have I got some news for you? I am. I am, in fact, drawing Murder God. Surprise!
Like, wow, that dude looks like Murder God. It is.
It is Murder God. Surprise!
Like about that.
It is.
I don't know.
It is.
I don't know how many OCs you have that are pointed ears.
I mean, it is not a small amount. I do really like drawing pointed ears. So, you're not wrong. It's Murder God. Always has been. Listen, I'd like to believe that Sybil and Jericho are distinct enough. I want to
It's
believe.
Murder God.
They're
Always
all
has
Murder
been.
God.
God.
Oops,
I
all
remember-
Murder God.
I remember when Working Week came out, and I don't really have any, because I don't really make elf characters or anything, so I don't really have any OCs with pointed ears. But for some reason, when like Loki's design came out, I just kept drawing him with.
You just kept giving him pointed ears. You know what?
So,
Fun.
and because I love it so much, I made it a thing in like my canon for my story that all the frost giants and stuff just have pointed ears, just so Loki could have them.
Ears are so much fun to draw, though.
They're so fun to draw.
Do I have any characters with pointed ears? No, I don't.
I think at least half of my characters have pointed ears.
I mean, Murder God has pointed ears because she's based off of a very specific character, so it's fine. It's cool.
It's cute.
My OC do not steal. Cough.
Oh
It's-
no, they're getting away.
It's fine, she's different enough. And
Wait, it's all angry gremlin OCs? Always has been.
I only have the one angry gremlin. Sybil's a chaos gremlin. I wouldn't even describe Sybil as being a gremlin. She doesn't have gremlin energy. Murder God has gremlin energy. She is pointy.
Murder God is nothing but gremlin energy.
Oh, very gremlin energy for sure.
God, I just remembered the Ink Roses AU.
Oh my god, Ink Rose's AU was so good.
Ink Roses.
Murder God owns a tattoo shop and Vincent owns a flower shop across the street.
Fuck.
And like it ended up getting like really complicated because then it's like I started adding the other awakened all living on that street and like it's actually my favorite DMP thing to do in fixes. This is actually a scenario. but like I remember Tommy owned an arcade, I believe, or it was either an arcade or a candy shop. Dr. McGillicuddy would just come into the deli like all the time. I don't remember who was running the deli. There were these twins running the deli at the time. Like we didn't have that many awakens, so it was just kind of like. So a lot of the other like people that lived on the street were just OCs. Now we have enough awakened to just like I could
Actually,
restart the Ink Roses
restart the
AU.
Ink Roses AU. Ink Roses is one of those where I'm like, in my head, this becomes Vinny MG and no one can stop me. Vinny MG was the one where like both Split and I were like, we both ship this, but it won't work. It won't. Damn it. And so when Sybil and James, I was like, finally, we can ship our characters!
Feel crimes.
Give her angry eyes. They're all gremlins all the way down. Whatever. Good enough. There we go. It's over.
It's over!
It's over! That's enough. I did enough.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. The best picture of Murder God I've ever drawn. 10 out of 10.
I just look at these ears and I just imagine her flapping them, so she just flies off.
Murder again. And then she flies away. Wow! She really can fly!
She can fly! She can fly!
Miracles can happen if you believe. Okay, this feels like enough. Thank you everyone for joining us. There can be miracles when you believe. When you believe.
Only when you believe.
Only when you believe. Exactly, though hope is frail, it is hard to kill.
Hard to kill.
Anyway, who knows what miracles you can achieve? I'm done.
When you believe.
We had to do, like, this big, like, we had a thing where every single class of my tiny charter school had to do a dance, and ours was to that song, and it was very dramatic. We were all in 4th grade. It was so dumb. But I had fun. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Oh, I forgot to tell the contortionist story. I was going to tell the contortionist story. Oh well. Remind me to tell the contortionist story next time. Goodbye, everyone. I love all of you. Bye 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 bye.